Hello, and welcome to the wonderful world of interactive media here on the Philips CDI. Yeah, this is gonna be a pretty long run, and I've got a few notes here. So Laser Lords is a really cool game, also an absurdly big game. The speedrun of this, if you skip all the dialogue, if you skip through as much as possible, is still under about 2 hours, I think. This one should be somewhere between 3:15 and 3:45. So what we're gonna do is pretty much the speedrun route, but I'm gonna let all the dialogue play out because this game has so much voice acting. It has so much text, and all of it is voice acted by so many different voices. They're often doing a funny accent and stuff. It's the main thing I really wanna show off here. The game also doesn't really have much music. The only music you hear is anytime you return to the spaceship cockpit, you get a short musical sting, which is really good music, but you don't have any music during the game. So I'm gonna pull the volume up for all the voice acting. I tried to set up a compressor for that, but I didn't really manage to set it right, so I'm trying to do that manually. Yeah, so we're not quite gonna see the logical story progression. We are still following the speedrun route, so we're skipping around a bit sometimes. Oh yeah, I guess that is all I really wanna say about that. So let's get started on our magical journey.
Fasten your seatbelt. The void is in great danger, warrior. The Star-Lord Sabaddon has violated cosmic law by manifesting himself in the material plane. He is a being of great greed. He wants to hold the void in the palm of his hand, to carry it like a jewel. To achieve this, he has created a diabolic machine. On Ravana, he has built a voidal implosion condensation engine. When activated, it will condense the void into the condensation crystal. I am the Star-Lord Zendo. I have been sent from the Interzone to enlist a mortal to confront Sarbaddon. My powers in the material plane are limited. I will guide your ship and give you instruction. I offer a few taras to help you begin. I also grant the gift of the cat. 8 times I will intervene to save you from death. On the 9th death, I must return you to your world. This quest is dangerous. Many have failed before you. However, one warrior wrested the condensation crystal from Sarbaddon. Now it has been lost. Find the condensation crystal, warrior. If Sarbaddon gets it first, he will activate the vice, and the void will be destroyed.
Right, that's your introduction. If you couldn't quite follow what it's all about, so alright, we're getting another quick thing here.
I suggest that you begin your quest on Luxor. Find Petra, learn the sooth song, awaken Seb.
There we go. those are our instructions for now. Yeah, so the basic premise here is there's some kind of interstellar Star-Lord who really wants to condense the material realm into a cool orb so he can hold and ponder it. And so this other magical space lizard kind of abducts us while hitchhiking with his old American flying space car, and sends us on this quest to stop the evil Star-Lord Sarpedon. And we've got several planets to go to. We're starting here in Luxor, kind of an Egypt-themed planet. And yeah, if you thought this is like an FMV kind of game, I mean, it's not really FMV, I guess it's more like still images. But yeah, you might be a bit surprised what the game actually looks like. So this is what Laser Lords generally looks like. It's kind of a side view platformer with a lot of adventuring, but also platforming and combat. This is our intrepid hero here. He doesn't really have a name or identity or anything. Weirdly enough, there are several other characters that look like him. And the main thing we do in this game is to talk to people. And it's all voice acted.
Come in, have some Jiva. Do you have any news from the void?
You have received the thing you seek.
My friend, you are in for a treat. Jiva wakes me in the morning and cools me at night. Many a starman returns to taste my brew.
So this game has a pretty cool dialogue system. You choose words in the dialogue. You can only select specific words, but you can pick those, and that branches the dialogue. And you can also remember those words and then say them to the same person or to other people, and it jumps into a specific part of the dialogue tree as if you picked it in their dialogue. Let's see. So I want something from this guy.
Call me Raman. I grow the finest grain on Luxor. I won't be rich except for Argos. Argos is the hub of a cruel empire that grinds Luxor into dust. I will always hate the empire because of my son. Atem was kidnapped 15 years ago. I'm sure some rich Argosian paid much for him. If only I had a token that he lives. I'm sure he wears an amulet. It is the family seal. If you meet him, say Raman to him. If he gives you the amulet, I will richly reward you.
So here at the start, the game often really points you to words that you're supposed to remember, putting them on the quotes. So we're gonna remember Raman. We're putting it into a word inventory. That's all I want from this guy. And we can go right to the next person. There's a lot of talking here. Also, yeah, a fun thing here, you see this interface. Hail and name are both ways to start a conversation, except name specifically like asks them for their name. And they always lead to different parts of their dialogue.
What's this? Another starman! By Sisis, where is the hero promised by prophecy? The Coptoans burned our sacred books when Argos put them in power. Nothing is left but the verses we Gameans keep in memory. We keep the seeds of Sisis alive and sing the sacred songs. Few of us remain. Sati is the greatest Gamean. Sati gathers Luxor's special seeds. She has the power to heal. Because you have come in quest, you may tell her, Baka sent me.
Very obviously another phrase to remember. I really like her pronunciation, yeah. A lot of people are doing funny accents that make no sense in context. Okay, we want one other thing from her. So if you get the same text again, they don't read it out. We want to hear the first part of the sacred song.
I am sworn to sing only the first verse of the sooth song. Our mother Isis is our source. She blesses, heals, and feeds. When prophecy fulfills its course, we'll plant once more her seeds.
Beautiful. That's another kind of item, kinda. So we've got real items, we've got words like an item inventory. We've got these poems here. So I got the first part of the Sooth song now. There are 4 parts, and there's a bunch of these songs. We don't need a lot of them, but we do need the Sooth song. Okay, that's all we need from you now. Thank you. Now we're talking to this little girl here.
Never talk to strangers because there could be dangers. But if they are nice strangers, they'll get down on one knee.
Yeah, Isis is all sauce. That's a great pronunciation. I also heard that. Yeah, so she wants us to get on our knees. That's actually something we can do.
I'm Nebka. I know lots of rhymes. My mother taught them to me. Monsters in the sewers, monsters in the streets. Hagar and Remran are monsters, and so are all the priests. The Hagar hides inside her hole, down in the sewer deep. The hero who crawls like a mole kills her to end Seb's sleep.
Seb. I'm looking at my notes.
Seb built the city long ago and sowed the fields with grain. Before he slept, he let us know he'd lead us once again. The city's very scary. It's full of monsters, and you have to know the password to get in. If you want to go into the city, to walk or crawl or creep, please remember this little ditty. The password is Seb Sleeps.
Remember, Seb sleeps. Is there a limit for how many words you can save? Yes, it's a bit weird. So your regular inventory does have several pages. Your word inventory doesn't. If the page is full, you have to forget words. There's a forget option here. We do need to forget some words later. Oh yeah, we don't really need this, but we can get another word from her. That would be good.
Mommy's very sick. I sent for Sadi, but she never came. If Mommy dies, I'll be all alone. Oh, if only I had some elixir.
That's a setup for a quest that's coming much later. Just like with the guy with the Jiva, Raman, that we talked to earlier. That's gonna continue much later. Literally hours later. He's a little lizard guy. I like the detail they put in some of these rooms.
Halt, alien! Speak the password or be gone!
Alright, pretty obvious prompt here. Seb sleeps.
Enter Amentet. Don't do anything suspicious, or the whip of Coptos will be on your back.
I think we're not gonna see too much of this specific lore here, but like on this planet there's the Gameans and the Coptoans. The Gameans are more peaceful, and the Coptoans they love whipping. They love whipping other people. They love whipping themselves. Here's a shop. We're gonna buy a bunch of stuff.
Step right up, Starman. Examine my wares. I'm certain I have what you need.
Examine my wares.
My friend, I got swords, ropes, anything you need. I've even got gold flowers for flattering ladies. Well, these things work like charms. Give one to a lady and she'll sing like a canary. It's yours for 37 taras.
So here's yet another interesting, weird dialogue aspect. I can't pick the option here. I can't just say, okay, sell me that thing for 37 taras. No, I have to input 37.
You have received the thing you seek.
A friend of mine stamps these out. It's amazing dames still go for them. Women, well, who can figure them?
It's kind of like the word inventory. You give them a number and it jumps into the dialogue tree at a specific point, basically.
You have received the thing you seek.
We can only buy 2 gold flowers. We're gonna need more later. We're gonna come back later for those. But for now, that's good enough in terms of flowers. We want some other stuff here, like swords and ropes and anything I need.
It depends on where you're going. Are you visiting the temple or venturing into the sewers? If I was going into the lower city, I'd take a strong rope and a sturdy sword. I have several thick coils spun from neutro stalks and rigged with hooks. Ideal for making tight ropes. At 49 taras, they're cheap.
You have received the thing you seek.
Can't skip out on that bargain, and we do
You
want a
drive
rope.
a hard bargain, my friend. This rope will keep you out of the murk.
We do want a rope and a sword.
My friend, I have swords of the highest quality. Stout enough for slashing and razor sharp. A bargain for 199 taras.
You have received the thing you seek.
A prudent purchase, Starman. Well, this blade is ideal for skewering vermin.
Great. We are gonna do that. Let's see. We're gonna do some more. I guess we could call it shopping, in a way. Oh, oops, I jumped, and of course that causes a screen transition. So, I'm not really sure how CDI controllers in general work, but here this is mapped to an analog stick, and on MAME it was even mapped to the mouse, I think, and then you have to change it to an analog stick. But yeah, I'm controlling this character with the analog stick, so sometimes I'm accidentally jumping.
Hey, baby. How's it hanging? You want to talk taras? I've got talk that will set you straight, but talk costs. In fact, it's 10 taras for the list. Listen, the way to the Haker costs 60 taras. How to stab her 50, 40 for inside dope. How about it, baby? You're gonna help me make my dime? You really want it, don't you, baby? Must be lonely in the void. I'll let you play in the garden for 200 taras. Nice in there, warm and moist, smells good, the kind of place a fountain flows. What do you say, baby? Want to help me make my dime?
This all may sound like a lot of innuendo, but it's actually very literal. Oh yeah, let's buy that.
You have received the thing you seek.
Oh, baby. Hard cash turns my key. Here's the Gamean crystal. Sati moved the lock. Ask her about it.
I'm not sure why she's talking so sensually, because she was very literally talking about the garden with a fountain. We're gonna see pretty soon. Maybe it's all like a cover, a front.
Listen, I've got my own problems. You want to help out? Then buy me a drink.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. Interestingly, this is a mechanic on several planets. There's a bar, you can buy different drinks, they do things.
Step right up, alien. You want a drink or are you looking for facts? I got Nutra beer for 13 taras, patty wine is 31, seed grog's a bargain for 36 taras. What'll it be?
So we get different kinds of information from the old man in the previous room for these drinks. But we only want one thing from him. There's someone else we wanna give a drink to,
You
though.
have received the thing you seek.
Ah, a taste for finer things, eh? This particular bottle has been aged 8 days. One sip will pucker you up.
I hear 8 days ago is a great vintage. Alright, that's the paddy wine. We also want some seed grog.
You have received the thing you seek.
Brewed this seed grog in my own tub. 195 proof. Breath of death fire.
Now back to this old man here. Here we finally see our inventory. There's an inventory, you can use items, you can give them, you can look at them.
This stuff always makes me sing. Captors is our father, king of the sun and the rain. Unless we gather gold for him, he'll burn away our grain.
Right, that's all we want here. That's another phrase from the Sooth songs. You can get some other things from the drunk old man. I think he actually tells us about the thing we're gonna do pretty soon, where we get someone else drunk. Now we're gonna talk to Sati. We heard about her from the old woman earlier.
I will not speak with a man unless he has been sent by a woman I trust.
We learned the code phrase here.
Then you know I am a servant of the Great Mother. For her sake, I make the magic seeds of Gamia available. I also offer healing.
Yeah, this is claymation, and the puppets are pretty impressive.
You have received the thing you seek.
Take one. Use it in water to grow a climbing vine. Only in this way will you enter the lair of the beast.
Just checking my notes. Let's see. Yeah, that's all here. Okay. Yeah, these portraits are clay. Well, not really claymation, just clay, I guess. We're gonna see some claymation later, and especially Zendo, the lizard, for example, is a really impressive puppet. You can find some videos on YouTube. There's a channel called CDI Queen, and unsurprisingly, she's very into CDI, and especially in Laser Lords. I'm basing this on her route, although I made some changes. And I think she bought the actual Zendo puppet. She definitely has a video about it at least. Alright, so we got a hint from Sati. Where to use this crystal. It's just a key basically.
Who are you talking to, warrior?
Oops, not give. Use. Alright, and here's the moist garden with the fountain. The place the fountain flows.
I saw your face in the fountain. I knew you were near. I have knowledge for you and gifts. I offer you a seed and a flower.
You have received the thing you seek.
This is a golden Gamean. Its scent will bring you vision.
Vision is a key word here. It's telling us where to use it later, though there's some other very literal hints that you can get for where to use this. Often a bunch of people can tell you what to do and how to solve each puzzles and so on. Let's see, we're giving her the other gold flower.
Oh, I have always wanted one of these. I feel like singing the Sooth song. Sysis and Coptos mated in fields beneath the skies. Flowers and grain pollinated. Seb was born from their size.
Okay, I think that's 3, yeah. Do I need something else of her? I've got the golden Gamian. Yeah, that should be it. We're actually mostly done here on Luxor for now. We didn't really hear it yet, but so what we need to do, Sendo told us to awaken Zeb. That's basically the ultimate goal here on this planet. And to do that we need to defeat Haikar, and for that we need the sword of Zeb, and that's stolen by Argos, so it's all pretty involved. But yeah, this is a very large game.
Stand, sir. The temple is a holy house, not a tourist promenade. None may enter without the proper sanctification.
I love the kind of Schwarzenegger accent this guy's doing.
Mink, sir, a stalwart priest of Captos. Though many bribe me with 50 taras, I am vigilant to my duty.
That's kind of funny here. He says many bribe me with 50 taras, but it means you can give him the money and it doesn't actually do anything. And that's kind of the theme in this game. Often they try to scam you, try to lie to you. But so I think from the old man we can learn that this guy really likes paddy wine.
Ah, yes, that's the right stuff. Burns all the way down. I got to take a leak.
Right, and that lowers the barrier to the temple. Maybe he went inside to find a toilet. So we're marching in here. Luckily, there are some gold coins here on the ground. I mean, I guess. Don't mind if I do. And that's all we're gonna do on Luxor for now. And as I said, this is the only place where there's music. Anytime you return to the spaceship cockpit here, there's a musical sting. I don't know why they didn't add any. I mean, maybe it's like a CDI issue that you don't want to constantly stream from the CD while also having voice lines, or who knows. But save just to be on the safe side. And then we want to go to Argos, but before we do that, we're gonna jump around a bit between planets.
A kid. You ain't got a chance unless you can get into Lyspatium.
So during space travel you get these semi-random transmissions. I tried to extract these and I got 76, and there's probably more.
In the gymnasium of Argos, you can teach your body fighting skills. The commercial code guides the empire of Argos.
Those are our instructions for Argos, but yeah, as I said, we're gonna jump around a bit so we can get some of these random funny clips. Just a little bit. Depending on how long the run actually takes, because there's one big RNG component. I might show some of the clips I've got later, because there are some really good ones, and since they're random, it's hard to actually get them intentionally.
Brainless.
Brainless. That's one of the more harmless clips from that guy. He's got some pretty good ones, but they're a bit gory. As claymation goes, it's a bit on the gory side.
Sarpedon's lair is buried deep inside Ravana. Many fierce warriors protect him. Use all your skills.
Yeah, Ravana is the final planet that we're gonna go to, but we're only gonna go there at the very end. But so a lot of the clips, or maybe all of these random clips are bound to a specific planet. So Ravana has some pretty good ones. Oh, is that Thorax, maybe? No, I think that's Sam, maybe?
How is it? Me? Sam?
Yeah, that's Sam. Nice to meet him. Alright, so Argos. Luxor was Egypt-themed. Argos is either the Roman or the Greek Empire. Either way, they're very, I wanna say almost fascist, probably. Like they're very convinced in their own superiority and use the military might, and all the other worlds hate them.
Your arrival has been recorded. You may not proceed without classification. We can't let undocumented aliens clutter the steps of Argopolis. Think of the mess. That's the fee. I am Nozen, past master of the Academy, currently collecting classification fees from incoming aliens. Argos requires 500 terras for the collection, manipulation, storage, and disposal of data.
He's really pronouncing the hell out of those. I think that's called plosives, maybe? The thing you want a pop filter for on your microphone.
You have received the thing you seek.
Take your temporary visa. Your classification is Earth Alien X274638. Do you seek orientation? North lies the shining Acropolis. South, the stinking Agora. East holds the office of Corinth. West, the Citadel Lyspatium sits.
Yeah, there's a lot of scams in this game. Alright, so we arrive on the new planet. Of course, the first thing we do is we go to the bar.
Welcome to the Sticks, Mac. Belly up to the bar and buy a drink. Beach river water any day. Let's see. Just brewed a pot of Caphelia. I got nectar goes for 29 a shot and Bacchanal is 38 taras. If you've got too much to do and need a little kick, have a cup of this. Packs a punch for 12 taras.
You have received the thing you seek.
There you go. Probably shouldn't talk, but you look like the kind of guy who might need a gun. Black market's a place to get one.
Actually, we already have a gun lined up, basically. But yeah, you can buy a gun. You often can get things in different ways. What did I want? What did I want? Nectar. I want 2 nectars.
You have received the thing you seek.
A sip of utopia for you. The nectar of the gods. Happy dream time, Mac.
You have received the thing you seek.
Gotta be some strong stuff. If he says happy dream time for 1 cup, bottle, I'm not sure what he's selling, eh? We're gonna get the entry code for Phonex here. It's also lined up in a different place for us where I wouldn't have to pay, I think, but this part is kind of funny, I think.
Hi, Guy. Why don't you stay and talk a while? Like, where are you from? Tantalia. You can call me Tanta. Everybody does. I'm sort of like, you know, an artist. I draw a little and like, you know, write. Mostly I just hang out and stuff. God, like you're really a stoob. I mean, like that's what artists do. Hang out, have a drink, like maybe meet some aliens. Mostly I just drink like Caphelia, 1 sip of anything else and like, you know, whoosh, I'm crazy.
Whoosh, she says.
Gee, thanks. Funny. I just thought of those painters on Earth. God, I wish I could paint like that. Come on, those guys who threw everything together in really crazy ways. It was like some kind of movement. What was it called? True realism? Surrealism? Yeah, like the Fornax entry code.
Yeah, sure, like the phonics entry code. What was that again?
Come on, Dumbo. You've got to know pan-surrealism is the Fornax entry code. Anyway, if I painted like that, my daddy would just die. You probably heard of him. His name's Neclo. He's the boss in Corinth. Anyway, we had a really huge fight. He read my journal, so I faked a kidnapping and got a big ransom. Now he'll never forgive me. I'm really bummed.
Hashtag first world problems.
I mean, what can I do? I can't even talk to him. I know. You go see him. Say, Tantalia, then come tell me what he says.
I don't actually know what this quest does. I did meet the boss of Corinth before, I think, and I think he killed me. Because I had some secret papers about his company. Yeah, just fake the kidnapping. No big deal. How else are you gonna extort money out of your super rich parents? Our shopping tour is not over. We're gonna buy a whole bunch of stuff here.
Come in, don't you look worn, poor baby. Let me look at you. What you need is some Restora. I'm Thesia, the healer. All of my medicines are made from whole, natural herbs. I've got herbs for what ails you. Belliakia, Scalthrobium, Zitoria, Restora, whatever you need.
We do need all of these at some point. We're just gonna buy all of that.
This spore sprouts in the sewers. Whoever tried it first is braver than I am. It soothes nausea, cramps, and vomiting for 38 taras.
You have received the thing you seek.
She's like a living infomercial.
Now, don't forget you have this in your pocket when you need it. Otherwise, things can get pretty disgusting.
Alright, what was the next one?
This comes in handy if your head feels like bursting. It calms the pulse so it doesn't beat the skull like a drum. Only 27 Ts.
Yeah, the names kind of tell you what they do. I played the German translation of this recently, and I think the names weren't as obvious.
You have received the thing you seek.
Of course, it's a lot better to use breathing exercises to deal with headaches, but this gives relief in a pinch.
Yeah, since I mentioned the German translation, so this game is also available in German, in French, maybe in Dutch, I'm not entirely sure. And they're fully translated and fully voiced in those languages. Okay, Zitoria, please.
The unsightly, oozing pustules of common acne are instantly cleared by this miracle cream. 16 Ts per tube.
You have received the thing you seek.
You're noticing a distinct lack of lasers. Well, there will be lasers, but not a lot, I admit. The lasers are only for the lords.
Now you won't waste hours by looking in the mirror and squeezing your face.
Yeah, this game is a really impressive production. I think it's maybe the most polished CDI game. Okay, we're also gonna buy some Restore. That's just a healing item for ourselves, but it doesn't hurt to have it.
It's a tincture of stump glum and polywort. Tastes like bile, but it brings your life force back. Almost as good as elixir.
You have received the thing you seek.
There, drink it up. You'll need more if you tangle with my sister. You're no match for her. Obianti wrestles in the gymnasium. She likes to slam men senseless. That's the only way a girl can make a name for herself on Argos.
Welcome, Raiders. Welcome to Laser Lords. You're possibly in here for the long haul if you want to stick around for an adventure of epic proportions. This dragonfly guy here isn't really part of our quest, sadly, so we're not gonna talk to him.
Come in, comrade. Welcome to the bowels of Argopolis, where the Empire's refuse sifts to the sticks. Stinks, doesn't it? Call me Ariman, native of Joppa, a merchant of truth who offers hope to those who struggle. Tell me, friend, what world do you call home? We struggle for justice, for universal prosperity, for dignity, for peace. Countless heroes have sacrificed themselves for the cause.
You have received the thing you seek.
The annals of Usurp records the glorious heroes who bravely served the cause. Take a copy, read of our brave deeds. You too may be famous. Unfortunately, we must fight the evil empire on its own terms. We take as a guideline the third codicil of the commercial code. Do unto others before they do unto you.
I guess that's a good piece of advice there. I only on my last practice attempt, I only actually noticed I don't really need the commercial codes. So this is also a set of verses here, the commercial codes. And I don't actually need them, but I think we're gonna get them anyway, because that's still how my route is written down. So this guy's from Usurp, which is kind of a rebel organization against the Argosian Empire, and especially against Stat Quo, who's basically like the secret police of Argos. I think we're gonna hear those terms a little bit, but not too much, since we're mainly following a main story speedrun route here. There's a lot of side quests in this game, and one of them has the Usurp people kind of talk you into doing a job for them, and then they don't tell you, but they give you a suicide bomb basically, and you bring it to a place and you use it and you blow up and you're dead. That's how it often goes in Laser Lords. I mentioned the CDI Queen YouTube channel later. She has some videos, I think they're called 1,000 Ways to Die in the Void or something, which show some funny ways to die in Laser Lords. And that's one of them.
I suspect a cranial crystal may be found on Tecton, though the path begins on Fornax. Speak my name to Lysistrata.
So this guy's interesting. His dialogue tree is completely broken. It doesn't make sense the way it's connected, and it's actually intentional because his brain is broken and there's a quest to fix it. And then his dialogue tree makes sense again, but we're just gonna navigate it the way it is. Just gonna wrangle our way through here.
That is beyond my current scope. Help me. Hail, Seeker. Pause a moment in the Purgium. Do you not quest for the Gongor's Grotto? Permit me to share my mastery. Knowledge unstriven for is worthless. I contain the answers within answers, riddles if you will. Mastery is yours for minuscule fees. I will speak rhetorically for 22 taras. A suggestion for pleasing the muse will cost 44. For 66 taras, the keys to knowledge are yours. The Fornax entry code is free if you seek reward. The Lyspasium entry code costs 55 taras. Methods for achieving the Corinthian key, 33. The hovering guard will drift aside if you say, quite clearly, Harpies, swoop. I offer my advanced seminar, other entries, for 77 Ts.
So it's not a password we need later?
I am Rikus of Wu. I offer a proven tutorial method providing mastery.
Also, I just told him Harpy's swoop, which he doesn't have a response to, and every character has kinda like a 404 page not found response, and that's this is his, I guess, at least when the dialogue tree is broken.
Courage is the ball of string that leads to Lex Sendalar. the example of wisdom and valor. With many legs, man strides toward the Jade Star.
This is a pretty interesting screen here because there's a lot of words here and I have to remember all of them for a test later. These are just all the answers for a test we have to take. We need courage and I quit out. Alright. Say Harpy Swoop. You can just jump right back into the same place of the dialogue tree. Remember that, and next one, and so on. Lexandala is the ruler of the Argosian Empire. We're gonna meet him later. Obviously, he's not a nice man. Yeah, no. Okay, nothing happening there. There we go. Okay, I think that's everything here. We don't really need to go over here, but there's some funny characters here and it doesn't take very long.
Buzz off, scummouth! You ugly!
I'm not sure what's going on with this. Does he have pizza on the tongue or something?
You want to know my name? Bosom! It means buzz off, scummouth!
So someone, I think the blue monkey we just talked to, tells us that I forgot what he calls him, but this guy needs some bellyache here. Calms a rabid dog or something.
Thanks, pal. Buzz and feel better. Maybe lie down. Take nap. You go in black market easy.
Thanks. We can go to the black market now. There's not a weird, like, I can't even pass out what that's supposed to be other than a big head. Like, is that a tiny body under it, or it's like a slug or something? I'm not sure.
So, you come crawling in, covered with slime like all the other degenerates. Have you brought Caphelia?
I didn't know I'm covered in slime, but maybe I should take a bath. Oh yeah, Caphelia, right. We bought Caphelia for him.
Ah, that's better. Now I can access the intricacies inside my head. You might think it's ugly, even grotesque, but this skull encloses the greatest mind in the void. It was my lucky day when this happened.
His face kind of reminds me of like a yokai mask, like a Tengu without the nose.
Merchant of the black market and the brains of stat quo. I use my head. See? I sell guns, gold, and drugs. Government supplied, of course. The very best. I'll also pay 500 taras for each coptoin you have.
Yeah, we luckily found some free cop toins earlier.
The taras are yours.
So we get some walking around money.
Excellent. At this rate, we ought to be able to buy all of Luxor's gold.
The taras are yours.
The taras are mine. Okay, that's all I want here. You can buy and sell a bunch of stuff here. But we don't really need that. So now we're off to the gymnasium, where we're gonna train our martial arts skills. So we're finally gonna see the combat system of this game. There's something interesting here to the right. We don't need it for our quest. So we are here on Argos to get the sword of Zeb, and there's an old woman there who was made immortal as a punishment by Lexandala, and she asks us to chop her head off, and only the Sword of Zeb can do it. Because she doesn't want to live anymore. And that's actually something you can do, and you get an item, but we don't need it, so and it's a bit gruesome, I guess. How much longer till we reach the gameplay? I mean, if you consider combat gameplay, then we're right there.
Hail Lexendaler. Show proof of your right to walk the hallowed steps of Acropolis. Star Force Lieutenant Actium. You may call me Sir.
Right, oops, I think I'm supposed to show him something.
There are many proofs. Mine is my Stat Quo badge, which permits me to demand your visa. By power of Stat Quo, I demand 25 terras.
Yeah, everyone wants money. So many fees here on this planet.
Enter the gymnasium, alien.
I need a phrase from him, if I remember right. Yeah, exactly.
The Acropolis contains the Academy and the Gymnasium. All who succeed in the Void receive training here. Across the plaza, great philosophers mold pliant minds so that they can be hardened with the ultimate truth. The ultimate and undeniable truth is that might makes right.
Right, thank you for your wisdom. Right, here's your gameplay coming up. Except, actually, just a second, I should save here. We're gonna beam out quickly and save, and then you can beam right back into the same place. Not that the combat is really any real issue. But it's possible to make some mistakes there. Oh yeah, also another pretty good accent coming up.
Here, laddie! Have you come to the gym to learn the rote of prowess? I hold its diamond star. I'll give you the study for 40 dollars. It's right here round my neck. It'll be a bloody daft day if you grab it. Cadmus to you. Been teaching prowess since I wrestled the diamond star off the dragon man. The pay's good, it keeps me fit. A bloke from off in the void. I'd have kept him on, but he left in a huff. I didn't even take a bath. Wouldn't recommend the grotto. If you're aching, the Pergium's the place.
I think he's implying that he wrestled Zendo, our dragon lord that gave us this quest, and took this gem off him. Anyway, we want his lesson. Gonna pay him the 40 taras.
Aye, I'll make a fine student. But don't try grabbing me diamond star. I'll hurt you for it. You'll want a bath after.
Right, are you ready? Here's the exciting combat system in this game. Truly a battle of the ages between masters of the martial arts. The gems down there are like health tanks, basically.
You have received the thing you seek.
When you're all by yourself in the dark, say, all voids are void, the void is all voids. Hear the voidal murmur.
Please, don't hurt me no more. No, here, take the diamond star. You can do the sweep kick now.
Yeah, I've got a new attack, the sweep kick now. It's gonna be pretty useful. Also, So we got the Diamond Star, and that's like an important gem. I think it's like representing a virtue or something. Maybe that's why it's doing something. So we get a part of the Voidal Murmurs from that. Those are tied to four of these gems, and we do need all of those. And getting that also heals me. Yeah, I'm fully healed again. And also, like every piece of story progress you do increases your maximum health. So now I've got 2 gems here. And the hearts you see here are my lives. If you listened to Sendo at the start, he said he gave us the gift of the cat, which means we've got 9 lives. Okay, we're going right to the next trainer. There's 4 of these martial arts trainers here.
What? Are you afraid to pay $50 to be whipped by a woman? I'll humiliate you, you noodle-armed wimp! Opiante says you never sip from the cup of courage. Now stop wetting your pants and give me $50.
How could I resist?
You're a fool, aren't you? Well, I'm going to like this plenty.
She doesn't stand a chance against our new sweeping leg kick. I like her weird jumping sprite, it's just kinda funny.
Have received the thing you seek.
Ow! Woof! Woof! Stop! Wow! Nobody's ever done me like that before. Here, take my cup. You can do the back kick now.
Woo, another trick learned. And for the next 2, we're gonna use a bit of trickery. You can fight them normally, but you can also do it more easily.
Hail, fellow traveller. Have you come to learn cunning? My course is costly, 100 taras. But you see, I have the Hermetic Helmet. The helmet allows absolute stealth. Wearing it, one can strike without being seen.
Yeah, basically it turns you invisible.
I am Diciosis, the well-traveled champion of cunning. The cunning one lulls the enemy with a full cup and lets him feast. When he is drunk and full, set fire to his house. Slaughter him in bed.
Lulls the enemy with a full cup. Say, would you like to share some nectar with me?
I'll gladly share a nip of nectar with you. Delightful. It reminds me of something long past. A dream. It was nothing. A silly dream about being beaten by an alien. It'll never happen. Now, are you ready?
Yeah, we don't really get a chance to slaughter him in his bed, I guess. But we get the next best thing. Oh yeah, I have to pay. I keep making this mistake here to give him the drink and then attack him. But I have to pay first.
Be on guard. I'll attack when you least expect it.
So because of his helmet he can turn invisible. But he's not doing much. Apparently he's really drunk. If you don't give him the drink, he attacks much faster. He's much more aggressive. I don't have a lot of health, so I might need to heal. We'll see. Yeah, I should probably heal. Just to be safe. Oh, oops. Tools.
The Restorer has restored your life force.
That's why they call it that.
have received the thing you seek.
Another battle of the ages.
Enough! Tricky, very tricky. Take the hermetic helmet. You can do the flying kick now.
Apparently you just learn that intuitively. Yeah, I can do this now. This and that and that. And here's the last guy. He's got the sword of Seb that we're looking for. So here's a sword.
There is nothing to take here.
Step over here maybe. Yeah, there's a gold sword here. Turns out gold swords are really bad for combat. They break if you use them.
Who are you talking to, warrior?
Okay, let me step closer, I guess.
Pathetic fool. The lesson of valor requires weapons and wit. You lack both. I am Axja, champion of Argos, wielder of the Sword of Valor. Lexan Dollar took it as a peace offering from the priests of Luxor just before the Star Force swooped in. The degenerates.
Seems like a really nice guy. Yeah, he's got the sword I want. Lesson, that's what I want.
Arm yourself with your best sword and attack when you will. I'll take my fee after I kill you.
Great, so it's for free. But just gonna position myself here. Equip my sword. And my new hermetic helmet. For some reason it's single use. It appears after you use it here. I think he can hit me, but barely.
You have received the thing you seek.
Yeah, and there we go. That's the whole combat training we're gonna do here. We got the Sword of Seb. And also, he didn't say it because he was dead. But we learned a new trick here. We learned this somersault, which is a bit better than the regular jump. But you can only do it if you don't hold a weapon. But yeah, that clears the gymnasium. So that's the brain. That's the brawn part, and now we're gonna go for the brain part. We're gonna train our mind over in the academy. So I mentioned that this game has pretty impressive production values. This is made by Spinnaker Software. I think they're mainly known for educational DOS games. This is one of the last games they made under that name. They merged with another company soon after, I think, and then I don't really know what they made. No, I don't need to talk to that guy.
Rhetoric is, I assure you, an expensive study. No less than 300 taras will do. You may pay your respect in the form of 300 taras to Cynicus. Do not expect pleasantries. I view you as I would a worm. I have doubts about your ability to understand the fundamentals of rhetoric. However, I will administer the tests when you're ready. Man by nature is lazy. He prefers a shady nap by a warm sea to the hard sweat of the sun-baked field. True or false?
I sure do prefer a shady nap.
A few historically significant men organized genius through mental and physical might. Thus, technological invention was stimulated, correct? Technology increases society's ability to produce and acquire goods through farms, factories, fighters, and freighters. Is this good or bad? Invention provides sustenance and eases the yoke of menial labor from the common back. It allows leisure, right or wrong? Man requires leisure to thrive. Technology creates leisure. The might of men has made leisure a citizen's right. Therefore...
At least with this part I can, mostly agree. But not really with his extremely drawn-out conclusion here. Is he gonna say it? Do I have to press a button?
You have correctly surmised the first codicil of the commercial code. I now offer the final examination. The Argosian Empire has spread order and prosperity across the void by virtue of its mercantile and military might. Shall I proceed? Yet there exists upon certain planets a malevolent desire to tear down the palaces and slaughter the prosperous. Do you want more? Conversely, a private society of patriots sacrifices body and soul to ferret out the degenerates who seek to destroy. The question is this.
Redditor voice, yeah, makes sense. They're very return to the ancient Romans coded.
Who, in your mind, has the just cause? Do you favor the usurpians who would ravage the void, or are you behind the stat quo heroes?
Do we like the usurpians or the heroes? I mean, obviously we want the heroes.
You have received the thing you seek.
You have grasped the basic principles. Take the silver spoon of rhetoric.
Woo. Next up, the fork of logic, I guess, and the knife of calculus or whatever.
Greetings, Seeker. Have you brought an offering that will please the Muse? It may be simple as a souvenir the Seeker gathers in his travels, or extravagant as a silver spoonful of royal jelly.
Royal jelly is actually something we can get. I don't know if it would help here. What the Muse wants from us is the golden Game-a-thon.
You have received the thing you seek.
I, Themis, Muse of divine justice, charge you with the quest for the golden fleece. I grant you the robe of vision.
I do want the phrase golden fleece from here, but I can't select it on this screen. It's gotta be somewhere here.
The robe of vision will allow you to speak with the creatures of Wu. If you prove adept, you will find the golden fleece.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. The knife of logic is Occam's razor. I'm not sure they sell that here.
If you dare achieve the highest goal, you must find the fleece and return it to the leader who will guide Argos in the path of justice.
Yeah, the voice acting is really good, and in this case it's also kind of funny, previously I talked to the blind woman and she talked kind of normally. So this same character here, and then I give an offering to the Muse, and then the Muse speaks through her, so she really has to dramatically overact.
To lift the hand of oppression from the void, this is the task in which you will find your destiny.
Now the robe of vision apparently lets you take your body on astral journeys or something. That's what they say on Wu. It's not really something we can do, of course. Alright, one last thing here and then we can leave Argos for now. We gotta take a test.
Let us not waste time. Show proof that you have learned rhetoric or received a vision quest.
Have a look at my cool spoon.
So you've got it, have you? I'm not surprised. They sell for 30 taras down in the Agora. I am Lonzo, Master of the Academy. Let us dispense with small talk. Give me proof of study before we proceed with the test. Here's a sample question. Who is the highest being on Argos?
So we had this text screen earlier with lots of words selectable. All of those words are gonna be used now.
Well said. You may yet earn the Jade Star. Now if you deposit 200 taras, I will administer the test. Very well. The first question is a simple one. What are the 2 highest virtues attainable in the Acropolis? You have learned well. There is hope for you. The second quest concerns the golden mean. I will ask it when you say begin. To understand the golden mean, you must answer this question. What is the middle way between cowardice and foolhardiness? Correct. The golden mean is the intersection of things, neither lavish nor sparse, but on the mark. May we proceed? Answer this. What item must a man have to find his way out of a labyrinth or a maze?
This is an incredibly weird question. Maybe it's supposed to hint at something that comes later, because later we do have to give a bar of string to a man that's stuck in a maze. It's not gonna come up in this run, but it is a side quest.
Now, for your final question. What creature wakes on 4 legs, walks all day on 2, and in the evening rests on 3?
And now he's just... Like, this isn't some kind of deep question, this is like some kind of joke people told.
You have received the thing you seek.
And somehow that gives me a very important celestial item.
When you're all by yourself in the dark, say, all stars are void, the void is all stars. Hear the voidal murmur.
Yeah, it's probably referencing the...
Sir, I confer upon you the Jade Star of Knowledge. You may use the bibliothèque.
And then he disappears. And that's all we're gonna do on Argos for now. Beam me out of here. We can now return to Luxor and finish the main quest there. And before we do that, we're gonna hop around a bit again. Let's hop to Ravana. Yeah, they do know about Earth, weirdly enough. Like, a lot of people here talk about Earth. Even though it's not a place we can visit, but we are from there as well.
Lunchtime.
Wonderful.
Dream. Like human.
See, even he likes humans. He knows about the Earth, obviously. Right, we are going to Luxor. I think there are 6 clips of that guy eating people.
We understand you've allied yourself with Zindo. Don't be such a damned fool. Do you realize how many have died for that quest?
Sometimes these clips give you really direct hints for what to do. Not that one. But sometimes they very directly tell you what to do.
I suggest that you begin your quest on Luxor.
Okay, we had that speech already. And we're already about to do what he wants. Another safety save. So we got the sword of Seb. And that sword allows us to... What's that lizard Werner Herzog? I guess, if you want to see him like that. He he doesn't narrate quite as much. So I've got my cool new sword, and what this sword is necessary for is to defeat Heikar, a monster that's otherwise invulnerable. Do I need anything else? Let's see. My health is full because anytime you get like an important item, or I think anytime you get a verse for these poems, you also get healed for some reason. Otherwise, I could heal here. Sati over there can heal you. And while we're here, we're gonna buy another gold flower. They're gonna be important later.
Step right up, Starman. Examine my wares. I'm certain I have. My friend, I got swords. Well, these things work like charms. Give one to a lady and she'll sing like a canary. It's your...
You have received the thing you seek.
A friend of mine stamps these out. It's amazing Danes still go for them. Women, well, who can figure them?
Can't buy more than 2. You can have more than 2, you just can't buy more than 2. So here's the sewer entrance, guarded by an unfriendly person.
Alien, huh? Wandering around like you live here. You're not too smart.
I could just attack him, but I want to aggro him through dialogue.
Rerek, a stat quo cadet. An alien head would make a good trophy.
Yeah, they all speak Galactic Standard or something, I don't know. Somehow there's only one language.
We're the ones who make you quake.
I think that aggroes him since it turned off the menu. Oh, stop that. Alright, bye. We've got some hostile rats in the sewer. I'm gonna avoid attacking them. They're gonna do a little bit of damage, but that's fine. I think they're not rats, but Remren. I don't know what if that name is supposed to mean anything. Okay, we got this. Oh, not give, use. We've got this vine seed that's very specifically for this location here. Oh, no, come on. And here's Heikar guarding the seal of Zeb. They don't really explain why there's a weird monster guarding this thing. I don't know, mythology I guess. I got the Sabine seal. And to get out of here, it doesn't hurt to have the somersault. Okay, not there. Not easy to platform with an analog stick. There we go. And there's one more thing to find in the sewer here. I forget who gives you this information. I did a blind playthrough of this, and it took me 37 hours. So it's not too surprising that I don't remember everything that's not in my notes. But yeah, someone tells you that there's a gem in the sewers or something.
When you're all by yourself in the dark, say, all beings beings are void. The void is all beings. Hear the voidal murmur.
That's another voidal murmur right there. So they keep calling space the void. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like all of material space. In the German translation, they translated it to Galacta. It's a fantasy word. It's just a fantasy word based on the word galaxy, galaxies. I guess the void works better. No, come on. No, get up there. Yeah, I definitely got stuck a bunch of times playing this blind, and I think I had to look up a guide 2 times to get myself unstuck. It's Galacta with A at the end. But yeah, I don't know. They just tried to make a fantasy word for space, I guess. They also changed the names of some characters. I think Sarpedon turns into Zarpedo. I forgot if Zendo has a different name. We're going back to the temple. We are on our way to wake up Zeb, who's basically a god, the child of the great gods of this planet. And the Coptoans keep him locked up here.
What you say, Elim? Have you brought the Sabine seal?
That's the head priest of the Coptoans. And we're gonna kill him. And the sword of Zeb is really bad against him for some reason, if I remember right. But bare-handed combat works just fine. Also, he keeps tripping when you kick him. I don't think any other enemies do that. That's the Mask of Coptos. If we don't have that, then we die when we enter the crypt here. So the Sabine seal unlocks the crypt. They've got some funny noises. I don't have to wear the mask, I just have to have it. Rays shoot from the crypt, but you are unaffected because of my mask, otherwise I'd be dead. There's a free gun in here. Can't say no to that. So this is the only place I'm aware of that you can use the rope. And you have to crawl across it. I got a laser writer. I can make things right with a laser. People were asking about the laser earlier. Now I've risen to the rank of Laser Lord, I guess. I've never actually tried standing up on the rope. And the game's... okay, the game's weirdly loading and then I fall. Yeah, I guess we are. I fulfill all the requirements, I've got a laser. I do need ammunition for my laser, and that's thankfully also right here. Protected by this dutiful red. Oh, do I have to stand further to the left, probably?
There is nothing to take here.
Sorry, Red. Sorry for intruding. I'm out of your hair now. There's another... Actually, there are two more guns. There's a special gun for Hive. We're never going to go to Hive. Hive is one of the planets we could go to, but we are never going to go there. But you need a special gun there for the giant wasps, I guess. Space wasps. And there's a hyper laser or something that you get somewhere. Oh yeah, we're not getting that. The laser writer is good enough. Anyway, here's Zeb. We have to wake him up with a passphrase. Wait, did I forget? Ah, okay. I was worried something like this would happen. There's a lot of steps to take in this game, and I guess I forgot to remember a term. Let's see, who's giving me the wake up term? Ah yeah, Petra. Okay, that's not that far away. Okay, we have to take a short walk out back to the garden. Because I forgot to remember a word from here. We need a special phrase to wake him up. And then there's some other stuff you can tell him to get other things, but we don't need any of those quest lines. I think all we get from Zeb is the last verse of the Sooth song. It's a bit of a walk, but thankfully not. I was worried that it's maybe the little girl at the start that would have been a bit further out. Thankfully, it's just the garden here with Petra, the Gamate. That's what she's called. Not to be confused with the bit corporation Gamate. It's pronounced Gamate. Here we are. Hello, I'm back.
I saw your face in the fountain. I knew. Once you enter Seb's crypt, you must say the chant that wakens him. Then you must demand the Sooth Stone. Seasons fly like migrant birds. Seb sleeps, the centuries flee. Seb will waken to these words. Seb, set us free.
Yeah, as she says, you can also get the Sooth Stone from Zeb. And I think you give that to... either to the Queen of Hive, or there's also a woman on Fornax that gets some kind of gem, but we don't need any of that. Okay, thankfully that's not a big time loss. So there seems to be another game by the same devs in the same engine. It's an Alice in Wonderland game. I only looked at screenshots, but it looks exactly like this. It's also FMV-ish cutscenes and then this kind of side view adventure platformer, I guess. I do want to play that. I haven't really tried it yet. Right. And we are back. Wake up, sleepyhead.
Who are you? This is all wrong! Where is my gamete? She was supposed to wake me, not some dog-faced alien. I want my gamete. Where is she?
I think it would be much funnier if he would demand his bit corporation Gamate. Where's my Gamate? I wanna play Snake Roy or whatever. That's probably on the Mega Duck, not on the Gamate.
Now I shall smite the enemy. I shall cut off their hands. Attend the final verse of the Sooth Song. Seb, the son of Sisis and Coptos, will scourge the evil empire. Gas shall rid the void of Argos. Seb, the son, shall be its sire.
Yeah, he's got permanent Engi eyebrows. That I guess that's how they made his mask. And yeah, that's what some items are called. Scarthrobium, Citoria, Belliakia, we already used that. So that completed the Sooth songs that we are gonna need later. Let me see. Gonna check my notes extra carefully. Okay, Seb, Sword of Seb, Sooth Song. Yeah, looks good. Just to check, I've got my gun. Yep. We're gonna come back to Luxor for one last quest, but for now we're done here. Alright, and now for the big RNG event in this game. We're gonna go to Fornex for Nexicate, I think that's what they call it. Don't worry about it. Also, yeah, let's jump to Ravana again. Maybe there's a funny clip in the RNG for us.
Armpit. Make good snack.
There you hear it from the expert. Armpit, make good snack. In the German dub he says the armpit is salty, which I think is funnier. Yeah, we're getting a lot of clips from that people eater. I hope that's not too gory for people, not grossing anyone out too much.
Greetings to you, Space Cadet. I've been lost in the void for 100 years because a magnetic field has scrambled my homing device.
We do hear about this guy on we are not gonna hear about him, but you can hear about this guy on Fornex, but he doesn't matter much. He's just a scout they sent out.
Be wary when you walk the halls of Fornax, warrior. It is a hedonistic spaceship. Its book, the Omegan Ode.
Yeah, it's a hedonistic spaceship. Fornex isn't a planet, it is orbiting around the planet. Fornex is like a big casino spaceship. And we need a lot of money, so we're gonna go to the casino and we're gonna play Russian roulette there, and it is actually RNG. So maybe I'll get it first try. It might also only happen on third try, which is gonna take some time. We'll see. Okay, I've got the passphrase. Pants realism.
You have received the thing you seek.
Here's your ship receipt. Go on in, mister. Fornexicate all you like, but take my advice, don't get fornexed.
Yeah, for nexicating is fine, that's what we're here for, but don't get fornexed.
What are you, a retard? Listen, play as long as you got teas. Keep what you win. Don't whine if you get fornexed. Got it?
Very sorry about the slur there. I forgot that it's in this screen. Luckily there aren't many others.
What, Buster? There's a bounty on paupers. And don't wander around. Plenty of folks will cut your throat for a Tara.
But yeah, for Nexicate, good. For getting fornexed, bad. I guess it just means... Fornexicate does sound a lot like fornicate. I guess that's what that means. And getting fornexed, I guess, is just getting killed. So there's a bunch of different gambling games, casino games you can do here. But only this one really pays out properly. So we're gonna play Fast Blast.
You come Fast Blast play? Pay 100 T's. Leave gun. 100 T's, good. Now leave gun or Mach T not let in.
So this is kind of interesting. I did stumble over that at one point. You do need a gun to get in, just because you have to give him a gun to get in. If you don't have a gun, then he just tells you you're stupid for not having a gun.
Good God. Mach T, hold. Alien come out. Say, give gun. Mach T, give. Go. Play Fast Blast.
Also, another important thing here. I definitely have to remember give gun. Otherwise you don't get it back. And then you have to buy it from somewhere, and that also can happen and costs some time. I think you can come here with multiple guns and you just have to give him one. So I guess having the gun isn't the problem, it's more like just putting it in so that you put in something of value, so you'll definitely come back.
Alright, ready to play the Fast Blast? Hey, you're not from Earth, are you?
I think this guy looks exactly like me, which... Maybe that's just what Earthlings look like? We all look like this, right?
Yeah, I thought so. Been gone 3 years myself. That's the last time I hitchhike. I was out in Iowa on my way to New York. 3 hours in a cornfield before this jalopy pulls up, okay? I get in, and there's this lizard driving. Weirdest dude I ever met, named Zendo, man. Called himself the Star-Lord of Virtue. What a rap. I guess he's like an angel, okay, only ugly. Seemed pretty cool with the starship and all, but this quest. Like I'm supposed to fly to Hive and find my way through a horde of star-sucking wasps just so I can give the queen a stun? Oh, come on, dude. Only a Helicon engine will get you there, man. You have to buy the specs and take them to Tecton just to get it made. I should have stayed in Malibu, dude.
He actually gives us a hint here. You need special engine modifications to get to Hive and to Woo. We're not gonna go to Hive, so we're not gonna do this part.
Man, life's a beach. Flipping burgers and body surfing is better than flitting around the void. Dude, any day. It's a bummer. Nothing but a few miserable rocks inhabited by idiots. Sarpedon can pack it for all I care, dude. The guy's a Star-Lord too, so how am I supposed to stop him? Might as well just give him the condensation crystal and get it over with, man. Well, that's the other thing that doesn't add up. Like, where is Sarpedon going to stand when the void condenses? The Fast Blast makes more sense.
That's a really good point. Where's Sarpedon gonna live when he condenses the void into an orb?
Alright, this blaster has 6 chambers, see dude? 5 empties and a death charge. Each time we pass it, a random selector fires a chamber. If it chooses the death charge, whoever's holding it gets voided, see? The survivor gets the stake. So are you ready to play, dude?
So yeah, it's basically Russian roulette except with a grenade. And it's RNG.
Alright, made it through my first turn, dude. It's your turn when you say, kiss me.
You have received the thing you seek.
See, it's easy. Now give the blaster back.
Where's my blaster? Yeah, that looks like a grenade.
Whew. Gotta admit, I was shaking a little there, dude. Say hand it here so we can go on.
You have received the thing you seek.
Man, you hardly broke a sweat. You're braver than I thought, dude. All right, I'll take the blaster again.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good. I gave it to him.
The Taras are yours.
There we go, we win 120,000 big T's. And he's gone. But yeah, 120,000 is a crazy amount of money I had. So you start out with 2,000, that's as much as Sando can afford, I guess, even though he's an interstellar Star-Lord. That's how it happens in the Void. Here in Fornex. Don't get Fornexed.
You come fast blast play, pay 100 T's, leave gun.
You have received the thing you seek.
Lucky alien! Mock tea, give gun! Drink! Have fun!
Woo! That definitely deserves a drink or two. Which we are gonna do, so as on most planets, this planet also has a bar. And we're gonna buy some drinks there.
What'll it be, alien? You want something to drink? I have fleet on fire, big bangers, and if you're looking to celebrate, some Chateau Omega. Or if you're hungry, I've got mutant burgers.
The text says he has big banger, but I'm pretty sure he said he has big bangers. We want Fleet and Fire and Chateau Omega.
Also known as Big Bang Bilge. We drain dishwater over a Fleeton cube. Packs a punch. Takes a cast iron stomach to handle it. 34 T's.
Fleeton, by the way, is some kind of spaceship fuel. I'm not sure that's safe to drink.
You have received the thing you seek.
Well, I mean, they're playing Russian roulette here, so maybe they don't care too much.
Coming right up, one flask of Phaeton Fire. You got to have the belly of a mutant to handle this stuff.
No, sadly, no Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster.
Just call me Barbus. I was a chemist back home. Lucky for me this job opened up, eh?
Oh yeah, I do want another drink, but while we're here, we can get an important part of his backstory here.
I'm from Minos. Used to be a nice place before the Star Force swooped through. That scum-tongued Sodaput ordered the attack. Wiped out half the people in 3 days. Blew up the factories, turned it into a dump. That twisted, soot-sucking punk. If I ever get out of here, I got a concoction just for him. Eyeless poison in the void. Mixed it myself. The delivery, that's the problem. It'll only work if you inject it into his ankle. You got to get an injection sword to do that.
Of course, obviously, an injection sword for the ankle-specific deadly poison.
That's the problem. I never heard of one, but if I can imagine it, it has to exist. If you find one, bring it to me, and I'll load it with poison.
I love this part. Like he says, you'd need an injection sword. He made that up. It doesn't exist. Well, actually, it does, but I mean, he doesn't seem to know, and we don't know yet. Right, so that's something we're gonna do. That's an important quest part. Yeah, I'm not sure. I would have tied him down as some kind of English.
Finest wine in the void. Bubbly stuff. Kriegs brought a shipload when they left Omega. 127 T's a bottle.
We want some of that bubbly stuff too.
You have received the thing you seek.
Like the good stuff, huh? Great. You ought to get on well with the Kriegs.
Right. Let's see. Yeah, let's just go over here. So, I forget where exactly you learn what you have to do here. Maybe that's a part I had to look up in the walkthrough. Maybe it's some character very out of place that tells you this. But first, we need the money that we earned.
No, go further, alien. You come see Flattiest Dan? First show plenty teas. 10,857 teas plenty. Give plenty teas marked on open hatch. Give back. Not plenty teas marked on squeeze.
So we don't have to pay the money, we only have to show it. We can keep it, but we do need this much money.
Plenty teas marked on open gate.
Strangely specific amount. Yeah, it's a very specific amount. That's plenty. That's the exact amount. That's plenty. More would be too much. That's decadent. 10,858. No, that's too hot for me.
So what's the matter, alien? Problem in the casino? Marked on squeeze you too much? Or did Lysistrata send you?
I like this guy's voice acting, and they didn't reproduce that in the German dub. We're supposed to give him an item, but let's talk to him a bit.
Dan, Flattiest Dan. Pleased to meet you. Sorry about the smell. It's those mutant burgers.
I think he's like voice acting farts all the time.
Just the sight of him gives me gas. But what's a guy gonna do? Wish I had some fresh fruit. I don't know, maybe something from Wu. Yeah, that's it. Lychee berries. Bring me some. I'll give you 12,348 teas.
Now that's some dedication to voice acting. So we give him the cup of courage we got from the gymnasium earlier. And yeah, I have no idea where that where that's explained. There's probably someone who tells you there's so much text and often just like a random space transmission clip tells you to do something.
You have received the thing you seek.
Well, that's how we get an injector sword. Apparently, Flattiest Dan had that.
Hey, we gotta get this bucket going. Here, take my injector sword. I was gonna use it to OD on stroke, but I didn't have the guts.
Yeah, it all lines up. It all makes sense. Of course he had an injector sword. How else would you inject things? Right, so the guy at the bar told us if we had an injector sword, he can fill it up for us.
Great! Let me load it. There. Take it. Now don't forget to stab Swordaput in the ankle. First strike. Otherwise, he'll cut you to shreds.
Yeah, we're gonna get Sodipart later when we return to Argos. Let's see what's next. Right, so now we're gonna venture outside of the casino. Fornex is actually really big. We've just been in the casino, but there's a huge area outside. But before we walk around here, I'd like my spaceship back. So this is the only place where you can't just teleport out when you want to, because you had to give up your ship at the entrance.
Figured you'd get Fornaxed for sure. Must be lucky. Okay, you can beam out.
You're using an injection sword for estrogen shot. I imagine the sword is pretty long, so it's probably difficult to inject yourself with things with the injector sword. Maybe like if you find someone, you could give each other injection sword shots. Right, a quick safety save here. Now we're gonna wander around. Oh really, there's another game that has an injection sword. Maybe that's like a common concept that I haven't heard of. Where am I going first? Oh yeah, right. I thought it was loading, but no, this is a 0G room. Only this room. And so we want to go to Lysistrata. We haven't heard of her yet, but she's like the leader of the Kriegs, the leader of the people here. And we need a pass to get in. We're gonna get a pass from this guy.
Oh, at last! Someone to ease the tedium! And so handsome, too! Where'd you get that lovely face?
Some of these people have a little omega on their forehead. Not all of them. Not sure. Like, they are the Omegans, technically.
Proctus, please? No proctology jokes. My fellow Kriegs think it's so witty to ask me to check their hemorrhoids. I mean, really?
Just want to find the part where he says he wants something bubbly.
The Kriegs are so dull I could just scream! And the Tectones, they could bore the moss off a stone. Such an utter lack of imagination. The mere mention of them dries my throat. Say, do you have something bubbly to drink?
As it happens, we brought some nice Chateau Omega.
You have received the thing you seek.
Aren't you sweet? Lysistrata would simply adore you! Here, take this pass and show it to her guard droid. He'll open her hatch.
Yeah, there's a lot of funny you should ask in this run, since I already know the solutions.
She's absolutely stunning, a marvelous negotiator. We Kriegs like to call her the Queen of Queens.
Yeah, it's Lysistrata. We're gonna visit her now. Also, I didn't mention it earlier, but there's a bit of precarious platforming here. If you fall down, you have to walk up quite a bit. Climb back up all the way.
Halt, alien, restricted area, do not approach, lethal force in use.
We have this creek pass here, which...
Pass number 1282 belonging to Proctus Krieg. Alien access to Royal Yacht approved.
So it belongs to Proctus Krieg, but that's not us. I don't know why they let us in with someone else's pass. That's not how a pass is supposed to work. For some reason, this guy just talks backwards. It's the only person like that. Hey alien, got any fleet on fire? I need a drink, get it, I'm dry as a dog. Yeah, that's a good explanation. That's probably what fleet on fire does to you. Now you're talking, walk on in. There's more than one of these like guards here that you have to give something to.
My, a face like yours is worth 1,000,000 teas. Would you consider selling it?
This guy has a deep head on his chest, and he's not the only character like that. We're gonna see a few of them on Tecton pretty soon.
I am Doctor, Lysistrata's personal bionicologist. Using technology from my home planet, Tecton, I've enhanced her natural endowments. My masterpiece. With her natural endowments enhanced with bionics, she's absolutely scintillating. Unfortunately, she's in seclusion. She recently developed an unsightly blemish in the middle of her forehead. Until it clears up, I can't let anyone see her. The pustule looks like an angry third eye. I offered a new face, but she's attached to the one she has. I'll never understand Kriegs.
Yeah, who wouldn't accept the offer of a new face? We bought this Sitoria. Just on a hunch, I guess.
Let me analyze this. Seems harmless enough. I'll just send it in to Lysistrata. Look, the door is opening. It must have worked.
It's gonna be very effective if it works that fast. Just evaporated the pustule.
Come on in, Starman. I'm glad to see Zendo finally picked someone handsome to go on the quest. I know that you are questing through many worlds and that your final destination is Ravana. It is a nightmare of demons. You must combat all but the last. For him, you must have a gift. I'll give it to you if you get me a polysensory unit from Tecton. Okay, handsome? Will you do that for me?
I just made a connection that I didn't realize before. I'll mention it later when we get there. But also, maybe it's not actually the case. But yeah, we have to get her polysensory unit from Tecton. For that, we need the word polysensory unit, so we can ask for it. And that's all here. So now it's back to Argos to stab someone in the ankle with the injection sword poison. Also, yeah, we're hopping around again to get some clips here. Right, I am on 4 next, I can't go there. I guess let's go to Ravana.
I've heard from the Simmerman Omegan. It'll take at least 1 month to get the main thrusters going. Oh, clods.
Not the most interesting guy to find out here. Feeling a bit sorry for him, I guess. Let's go to Argos. It's time to stab ankles.
The next in line in the Star Force chain of command is yours truly. Should something happen to Solipod, it could well profit you.
I think that's just a hint that I might want to kill Sodipod, which we are going to do. Safety save. Yeah, some of these claymation clips are really animated pretty well. Others don't do that much. And I mentioned before there's at least 76 clips, probably more, because I didn't unlock Hive when I collected stuff. I'm gonna do that too, and then I'm gonna upload all of those to YouTube, I think. Because there's some really good ones. If we have... I did already mentioned that with the staff earlier, but if we've got some time, I'm gonna show a few of the clips of the runs done. Since I got the Fast Blast RNG first try, we should have some time to show off stuff. We'll have to take a bit of a walk here now. I guess I could tell you about Hive, the one planet we're not going to. So Hive is like a dead star that's been hollowed out by space wasps. That's what they do. They eat stars basically and make their nest in them. And there's no gravity there. So you need a bunch of items actually to be able to go to Hive. You need a better drive for your spaceship. You need a jetpack because there's no gravity there. You need a breathing unit because there's no air there either. And you need a special gun for the space wasps. And then, so what you can get on Hive is Royal Jelly, which gives you your 9 lives back, which, I mean, even in my blind playthrough I never lost that many lives, and you can save and load, so it's not super necessary. You get some other stuff. There are various quests tied to Hive.
Wait a minute. You can't just walk through this gate. You got to show some worth. Only worth a man's got is in his pocket. Cash, man. Must be worth 150 taras to get through this gate.
Well, no, that's not a problem. I'm so rich I could buy you.
Go on in and do your business. Course, you might need an appointment with the CEO of Corinth Carbide. Cost you another 300.
We're only going in this office building to get another part of the commercial code, which, as I mentioned earlier, I only noticed on my last practice run that I don't actually need it, but we're gonna get it. It only unlocks a tiny thing at the end. In this office building here, you can also do a bunch of quests. Like this guy here found some secret papers from a big company in the trash, and you can try using those in various places. If you try giving it back to the company, they're gonna kill you. Or you can give it to Lysistrata's manager, I guess, or her office assistant or something, and he pays you for it.
Please excuse me, I'm very busy. Listen, I'm a data producer. I have to finish a sheaf of propaganda by tonight if I want to get paid, and I want to get paid. 90% of the news you read comes from data production. Some of it is true, and some we adjust a little to make our point. For instance, people are poor grain producers. We need to thin the population of Luxor in order to reap a larger neutro harvest. So, the best way to eliminate excess people is to laser strafe villages, but there are always innocent victims in war. So we need to generate public support to prevent unrest. Consequently, we manipulate data.
I just want to say, laser strafe is a very cool word for a war crime.
The Usurpian presence on Luxor is roughly 0.25%. By a simple typographical error, that becomes 25%. You know what that sounds like? A 25% uprising is an imminent threat to stability, and a 25% population reduction will increase productivity by 50%. Therefore, by creating the appearance of threat, we persuade Argosians to support a strike. By killing a few peasants, we take a huge profit. It sounds cruel, but the profit in grain outweighs the loss of a few souls. That's progress. Profit and progress are one. It's in the second codicil of the commercial code. The end justifies the means.
So for that little bit we had to listen to that very long propaganda lecture. I guess it colors the empire a bit. Yeah, that's how a lot of governments and countries possibly also work. Good. That's all we have to do here for now. We're gonna walk back out. Another thing you can do here in this office building, you can buy stocks for cheap and then sell them elsewhere. I forget where you sell them. That's also a way to make some money. But we're not really gonna spend our gigantic wealth. There are some things that are pretty expensive that you can buy, but we don't really need those. I think the drive enhancement that you need to get to Hive is pretty expensive. So we've seen 3 of the 4 parts of Argos here. We've seen the educational part, I guess, with the academy and the gymnasium. We've seen the agora, the market. Now we've seen the business part, and now we're going to the military part. Long ago we learned the passphrase for this gate here.
Entry code stated, entry approved. Hail Lexendollar.
Hail that guy. We're actually gonna meet Lexendollar pretty soon. But here's another gate that opens with something that we learned a long time ago. Literally the first word we remembered. Gonna be used here.
I can't let you into Lyspasium landing control. Orders, you know? Remesh, Star Corpsman, first class. This is some dull duty. Say, do you have any hula hooey? Grows wild on Woo. I buy it from Thesia. You could burn it like incense or make tea. I like the taste, so I chew it. Makes the day pass easy. If you gotta stand by a hole, it helps to have something to stir your memory. That's what hula hooey does. The other day, I remembered throwing rocks in a river that ran through my father's grain field. I almost remembered his name. We lived on Luxor. I was little. He's an old man now, if he's not dead. He grew the best grain on Luxor. His name was Brahman or Laman, I think.
So if you remember, the very first person we talked to was Rahman, and he told us about how his son was taken by Argos.
You have received the thing you seek.
That's it! That's my father's name! I knew he was still alive. Please, take this amulet to him. Say Atem. He'll share his secret.
We don't really need to remember his name. We're not following the quest line. I only need this gate open. Because behind there's the military headquarters. And here's the dreaded General Sodipod.
On your knees, duck-faced slime pole, kneel! Who sent ya? Why you here? Where's the Zukin fleece?
I think Zuking is a pretty good made-up expletive, I guess.
I'll pay 32,000 taras for the golden fleece.
We are gonna get the golden fleece, we're not giving it to him though.
I'll carve Sodipod on your forehead, Ashpit. Then you won't forget the commander of Lyspasium. What do you expect? Some bleeding hot pansy running the force? Great Azukin army in the zoot-sucking void. We'd never let a milk-mouthed drooler like you join.
Yeah. I've got no place in that army. But what I do have is an injector sword, which is definitely not a made-up thing. Also filled with deadly ankle poison, again, not made up at all.
You have received the thing you seek.
Pinpoint strike at his ankle. I'm not actually sure if you have to hit, like, you can hit high, middle, and low, and I don't know if you have to hit low to make it work. I always do hit low, but I never tried the other attacks. But yeah, that's Odibot taken care of. I don't need the injector sword anymore. Let's switch back to the bare hands, because that lets me do the somersault. Also over here is the big leader of Argos.
My, you're a brave boy to come in here. What have you brought me? The Gunger's crown? The golden fleece? Or nothing? Nothing? Really? You came in with nothing? You're really brave. I bet you'd like to know my motto. You'll like this. It's the fourth codicil of the commercial code. So slap the other cheek.
Oh yeah, he aggroes. I forgot about that part. Oops. Bye. That's all I needed from him. The probably last piece of the commercial codes. Yeah, got a full set of the commercial codes here. Yeah, so as I said, this game is really big. There's a lot of text about Lex Sandala and what he did and so on, which we are missing. So the stuttering might be more. So there's actually more to that. Like, he rose to power because he got the Golden Fleece, which is some kind of mystical item, and it gave him apparently superhuman rhetorical powers to convince people. But without the fleece, he's just this stuttering little guy. And there's still more to that and other characters that we're not gonna meet. Well, we are gonna meet this guy, who's basically the replacement for Sodipod, I think.
I am Colonel Hemiprotus, head of Star Force Special Forces.
Hemiprotus here is, maybe a human?
I recognize you, warrior. I offer the clasp of all who quest. What planet do you hail?
I mean, he does know about the quest, and he has some very positive intentions. Let me just see which word I have to pick here.
I am going to Earth to search for leaders who might lead the planet in the path of sanity. This might save it from being devoured. Ah, Earth, the jewel of the void. Such beauty, such variation, such wealth. But the people barbarians.
Barbarians, that's us.
Like pigs spoiling the soil, fouling the water and air, murdering each other 1,000 ways. Earth is in great danger. Since pollution has rendered Earth unsuitable for colonization, Argos has decided to harvest her wealth. Unless I succeed in my quest, Earth will be blasted down to her crystal core. The minerals will be salvaged and the core towed back to Argos.
They're gonna take our crystal core. We have to do something to keep our definitely real precious crystal core.
It will be used in orbit to receive and transmit data. Our communication and exploration abilities will be 100 times better.
I think it's supposed to be the core of the planet that's a crystal. Let's see. I'm done in Argos for now. We are gonna talk to this guy again later, but for now we're hopping out of here to continue what's her name? Lysistrata's quest. She really wants that polysensory unit. Let's do a bit of planet hopping again to get some little clips here.
Jolly good. For your service, my first act as Star Force Commander will be to put a bounty on you.
Apparently he's the replacement for Sodipad. Oh yeah, no, right. So we're gonna give the fleece to Hemiprotus, the guy we talked to just earlier. So he's gonna replace like Sandala. He's not replacing Sodipad. This guy's apparently replacing Sodipad, and it seems like that doesn't really mean anything. There's actually a lot of like quests that you would think have big repercussions, but they don't really do anything. I guess that would have been too much effort to really change the game world in big ways. God, it's just
nursery rhyme.
It's just all this guy.
Little piggy had roast beef.
He's tasting that out of the foot, I guess. Full of that roast beef flavor. There are other clips on Tecton, not Tecton, Ravana. Let's do one more hop back and forth. Maybe we can get something good here on Ravana. We could get Thorax. He's got an incredible clay model.
How you doing, spaceman? Oh, it sure do look like load of trouble down on Luxor.
Right, one jump back to Ravana, and then we're gonna continue with our Tecton quest. We could even get Sarpedon himself here. I think this might be it, there's no ship.
I intend to bring total unity and peace to the void, to end all suffering. I will not allow the writhing worm to prevent me.
Sarpedon is also a great puppet. Not as good as Zendo, I guess, but a pretty good model. Oh, Tecton. So the planets jump around. They're not always in the same place in the menu. Oh yeah, I love this guy.
Come on! Yeah! Give me some sugar! Yeah!
Yeah! Give me sugar! Looks like a fun parasite to have.
On Tecton, you must learn the 4 analects of confusion and attempt to make contact with the variable.
We're not gonna do either of those things. We just need the polysensory unit, really. So Tecton is kind of a cyborg society. Or following the lead of the Prime Assembler, or as some of his less happy subjects call him Prime Ass.
Welcome to Tecton Organic. Scan input. Humanoid model XY3B. No bionics. Very well. You may proceed through Prime Pyramid. You organics never know who you are. Model XY3B. Male. Blonde. Blue-eyed. Brawny. Low intelligence. The usual type.
The usual type, yeah, that's exactly me. Surely that describes all of us. Just a standard human model. So first we're going to go to the Prime Assembler, and then we're gonna do a little tour. around Tecton to grab all the stuff I need. Also, something I haven't pointed out yet, but I really should before, while we still visit some different planets. This game has a really nice decorative border, and it changes for every planet. At least the sides. The bottom with Sando there is always the same, but the side and top parts change per planet. Like here you've got this weird robot face. There's our prime ass. This cape and crown, I think.
Please stop with all the greeting. Can't you see I'm in agony? Leave me alone. Go away.
Again, another great accent. We bought Scarthrobium long ago.
Well, thanks. I feel much better. Look, don't say hello anymore. Greetings give me these awful headaches. Just call me by name. I'm Prima Assembler, Autocrat of Tecton. Hey, have you come across any secret specs? Well, I made these guys. You think I should let a bunch of half-wit droids make decisions? I'm the only one with a brain around here.
So some of his subjects are more loyal and others not as much, but he doesn't seem to take the whole thing that seriously. Right, I have to say polysensory unit.
So, Lysistrata wore out another one, huh? Alright, I'll make one for you, but you gotta bring me the components. I need a VEU for sight, an AAU for sound, a TEU for touch, an SOS for smell, a GUE for taste, and an OIU to hook them up. Here are the chips.
Got a lot of items.
Oh look, if you don't have the brains to find this stuff, I'm not trusting you with a PSU. Just give the chip to any droid who has what you need.
Good, off we go on our tour. There's some other stuff we could do on Tecton here, like I think I mentioned there's a maze with an old man inside. He's the only guy on the planet who's not a cyborg. He's just I think naked, almost naked old man. They call him the variable. Maybe that's like a flowery description of being organic. And he wants out of the maze. I forget where you get the ball of string, but I think that's the item that lets him escape. And so that leads into another quest that we're not gonna see, that ties into the whole Lexandala lore. First we've got a robot here. This guy has a long tongue to lick batteries.
Sorry about that. I was just testing out this battery pack. What can I do for you, Organic? I'm the power droid around here. They call me Switch On. I assemble and test battery packs. After I put the packs together, I taste them to make sure they have enough chlorophyll. That's why I've got a dozen GEUs here. With a gustatory enhancement unit, I can taste how much chlorophyll is in each battery pack, right down to the last cell.
Okay, so he's got the GEU.
You have received the thing you seek.
Got this from Prime Ass, huh? All right, take one. I've got plenty. And, by the way, more power to you.
Very strange pronunciation there at the end. He's got that from Prime S. That Prime S. We just talked to Prime S earlier. He's the guy with the cape and the crown, I think. The Prime Assembler.
What do you want, Organic? Can't you see I'm up to my electrodes and OIUs? Organic interface unit, dummy. Every droid's gotta have one. Primus says I gotta make 1 million or he'll have me scrapped. Just 'cause he's got all the brains, he thinks everybody ought to be able to keep up. Jeez.
Okay, so he's got the OIU.
You have received the thing you seek.
Oh, great. Now I gotta make another just to keep up. Go on, take it. Now get out of my sight.
Not the happiest citizen here on Tecton. Right, so that's basically the right part of Tecton here. It's somewhat cut off from the rest. Oh yeah, I guess I could tell you more about that. So the old man in the maze can give you some kind of shield. I forget what it was called, but that shields you from the rays of the Gongor. it's very involved. So I think Lexandala kinda poisoned the previous leader of Argos, and she turned into some kind of Gorgon who petrifies people when they look at her. And we need a shield in order to survive that and talk to her, and I think she mainly gives us hints about the Golden Fleece. But yeah, that's something we pretty much don't see at all in this run, the Gongor. Oh yeah, that's the place I'm looking for. This guy is a bit dangerous. If you pick the wrong dialogue options here, he just kills you. He doesn't aggro and activate the combat system, he just kills you. There are some options in the game like this where you just pick the wrong word and you're dead.
Oh, you must be the new donor. So good of you to stop by. I'll be with you as soon as I finish this VEU. There, that should do it.
Yeah, never say donor here, or I think there are some other words like that. Also, he's also got a D-pad on his chest. It kind of looks like his torso is a Wiimote, maybe.
Visual enhancement unit. It allows full spectrum perception to the ordinary human eye. I attach the bionic receptors. We use microscopic silicon fibers matched to the DNA of the organic component in order to interface it with the bionic enhancers.
You have received the thing you seek.
I relinquish one visual enhancement unit. Are you sure you don't want to be a donor for our cloning banks? It's the chance of a lifetime.
I'll consider it. Maybe later. So the parts we're collecting are basically different senses. Eyes, ears, tongue.
Be quiet! Can't you see I have my AAU on? I swear you organics are so insensitive. My auditory amplification unit lets me hear cells divide within budding body parts. If I want to, I can even hear the variable.
What was that? AAU.
You have received the thing you seek.
A lower droid obeys the commands of the higher droids. Thus, order is maintained. In deference to Prime Assembler, I surrender my AAU.
Alright, collecting those parts. Next up we're gonna talk to a poet here. There's actually 2 poets on this planet, I think. Maybe the other guy isn't a poet and more of an actor, I suppose. We're not gonna meet him, but we are gonna meet this guy. Kind of funny head.
Here's a poem. Be content, functional. Strive optimal toward improved efficiency. Optimality regards the program. creatively. I'm the poet droid, rephrase. I write variations on the analects. They are our only source for literary invention. My variations are almost complete. Now, according to Analect 3, I must innovate.
The analects are like this planet's version of this special poem you can collect here, but we don't really need it. But we do need a poem from him.
Poetic innovation requires intimate connection to the subconscious. Unfortunately, we never dream. We don't even sleep. However, I've heard of a body of work from the primitive planet, Luxor, which may be incorporated into the program. They are deeply connected with their subconscious. Recite the 4 verses of the Sooth Song to me, and I will give you a synthesizer.
Those are for once very direct instructions. We have the Sooth Song. We don't need a synthesizer actually. We do need something else that he gives us.
Beautiful, organic, such rich imagery, such marvelous music. 66 words to recombine. Do you care to hear a new poem?
You have received the thing you seek.
That's the item I need.
The goddess Coptos coupled Seb. Grain sprouts from his hand. The rain is weighty. The sun burns dust. Sighs have shaped the land.
That's actually kind of a nice poem, I think. We're gonna meet another poem later, and he's also gonna tell us a poem that I actually quite like. That's for another planet. Let's see, which way now? Looks like I'm walking all the way to the right now. I'll be there soon. These environments are always so big. Oh yeah, I guess it's this guy. Yeah.
What's that smell? Oh, hello, Organic. For a second, I thought something died in one of the crates. Let me just turn my SOS off. It's my super olfactory system. The only way I can tell what's in the crates is by smelling them. Half the time, the label's wrong.
Oh yeah, you can see for the items I got, they've got some interesting icons. There's a tongue, there's a skull. I guess those are ears. Those are binoculars, but they're probably supposed to be eyes.
You have received the thing you seek.
The super olfactory system gotta be like a nose.
That's just dandy. How am I supposed to do my job without my SOS? Go ahead, take it.
Okay, one more part we need. Let me look where that is, I'm not sure. Tecton. Right here.
Whoa, Organic, hold still. Your movements create an atmospheric disturbance which interrupts my operation. Every step you take causes vibrations that throw off my adjustments, and when you speak, a foul wind disrupts my concentration.
You have received the thing you seek.
I promise the foul wind is not from me, someone else did that.
The optimal unit is always prepared for any eventuality. Thus, I deliver my spare tactile enhancement unit to you.
Right, I think that completes the chips we need. So now it's back to Prime S. I guess while we're wandering through these very large, kind of empty spaces again, another interesting thing about this game, so this is on CDI, and only on CDI, but through some pretty interesting ways, it was discovered that there was a DOS version planned of this originally. This was originally meant to be a DOS game, and it kind of looked different. It definitely had the same assets, but it looked a bit different in how it used it. I think there was a Twitter bot that like posts old GIFs from an old GIF collection, and somehow one day it posted, I think, a screenshot of a beta version of this game, basically, which looked pretty different, but recognizably like this game. Yeah, and so someone who saw that post said, wow, I recognize this, but this looks like Laserlords, but also not really. And so it was discovered that that's a screenshot from the planned DOS version that's called, let me see, I've got that in my notes here. It was called Star Tribes Myth of the Dragon Lord. The Dragon Lord is Sendo, obviously. There's an article about that by the Video Game History Foundation, I think. Don't need to turn it up now, we're not there yet. Right. I'm back.
I'm Prima Assembler, Autocrat of Tecton. Hey, have you come across any secret specs?
And now we have to give him all the items one by one.
So what do you want, a pat on the back? Is that everything? Well, come on, Buster. I need more chips than this.
That second part, interestingly, isn't text here. It just says it. And the skull. And the, I don't know, Game Boy? An important part of your senses, the Game Boy.
Well, it's about time you brought this. Is that all of it?
There's the nose. And the tongue, that should be all.
Well, okay, that's it. Here's your polysensory unit.
Yeah, I think I did a lot of work here. He could at least give me a pat on the back. That's all I need here. We've got the polysensory unit, which looks like a kind of a funny skull. Maybe a suit, the skull suit. Right, but we are out of here. We're gonna go back to Fornex to give our polysensory unit to Lysistrata, but first let's see if we can get some nice clips. I wanna see Thorax. No, that's not him.
The little girl, her mama, sick. Need some elixir. You go to Woo and get it.
That's a very direct hint here, and we are gonna do that. That's part of our quest. So what's the overall goal of this game? There's an opening cinematic that explains it. There's an evil Star-Lord called Sarpedon, and he plans to condense the material universe into a big gem, so he can hold it and ponder it. So I think they do say that these Star Lords are from the Interzone, which I think is like saying that they're not from the material universe. They're like intergalactic beings or something. I mean, I don't know.
Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo! It's me! Bob! Bob!
That's Bob. He's one of my favorite clip characters. Sadly, we're not gonna see enough of him during the game, I guess, but I do have those clips. Maybe I have time to share that later. But yeah, about the overall premise, so Sarpedon wants to condense the universe into a gem, and another Star-Lord from the Interzone, Zendo, the lizard guy, sends us on a quest to wrest this condensation crystal away from Sarpedon so he can't condense the universe into it. And we're not the first person he sent on this quest. We meet a whole bunch of people who've been on the quest and know about the quest.
Got stroke? Mutant offer many terrors. Break head instead.
That's actually some useful information, but we're not gonna see any of that on our playthrough here. So stroke is a drug you can buy and sell. And there's a mutant on Fornax that says he's gonna give you something important for if you give him stroke, but if you do give him the stroke, he just kills you instead of paying you. That's basically what this guy just told us. Right, so when we beamed out of Fornax, we were right in Lysistrata's room. So we're right back here and can give her the thing.
You have received the thing you seek.
Great! Here, give this to the cryogenic in Ravana. Now, excuse me, I'm going to put in this PSU and spend some time with my mutant.
So we got a face in exchange for that. And I mentioned earlier, I noticed something. So the doctor outside here says he offered Lysistrata a new face, but she didn't want it. And now we get a face from her, which seems like a weird thing to get. So maybe maybe it's just a hand-me-down, basically. The doctor gave her the face and she didn't want it, so now she's giving it to us. And if you're wondering what the face is for, she did say that earlier, and I think other characters also say that we're gonna meet someone on Ravana, and we can't fight him, but we're supposed to give him a face. They say that, and it sounds like it's some kind of allusion to something, but no, we're just gonna give him a face. And we're not done on Fornax yet. We are going to the whoops, I slipped. We're going to the captain after we climb out of the lower ends of Fornax here. The low end, it's actually called that, okay. Yeah, this ship, it's not a planet, this ship is really large. I had to make a map of the ship because I always got lost. There's a bunch of people around here, but they mostly wanna scam you or kill you, or both. Yeah, we're gonna regift the face. I mean, it's a perfectly good face. No reason to collect dust in my cupboard. this guy here asks me to borrow my gun. So he says his leg is his foot is stuck in a door or something, and he needs our gun to free it. Obviously, when you give him the gun, he just threatens you with it. It's all a scam. We don't see much of it, but this game likes to do that. Likes to have characters scam you. Alright, so he's another of these droids. He wants to see our creek pass. Just like with Lysistrata's store.
Response to query not included in program.
Oop, did I take the wrong item? Where's my... That's the creek pass.
Pass number 1282 belonging to Proctus Krieg in alien possession. Alien access to control cabin approved.
Hey. Oh. Now we can go to the now we can go to the captain, who's not the same person as Lysistrata. She's the leader, but that's more like an informal position, I guess.
Ah, alien, at last you've arrived. I don't mind telling you that we Kriegs have found your misadventures most entertaining. I am Jaxus, captain of the Seminum Omegan, and you are the latest of Zendo's chosen. Tell me, will you be returning to Argos soon?
Oh yeah, we didn't do that earlier, but this guy wants us to kill Solipod, so that's also a tie-in into the whole ankle-stabbing injector sword quest.
Argo sucks the life force from the void. Their leaders are the enemies of desire. If you perform a simple task, our trek will be easier. Go to Argos and kill the Starforce commander Sodapud. Bring me his dog tags and you shall receive your hyperspace kit.
We did most of that already. We got his dog tags. So we're gonna get the hyperspace kit from here, which lets us go to Wu. That's what this whole quest was for. I think there might be something interesting here as well.
Perhaps 1,000 men and women, each on a quest for the Dragon Lord, have found their ways here in search of a hyperspace kit.
Yeah, he also says perhaps 1,000 people have been sent on this quest by Zendo. He just grabs people from Earth en masse, I guess. Dog tags. Here they are.
Well done. Do you know how many have failed at that task? I'll have your ship fixed up. You'll be able to get to Wu now.
Wu.
A nice place to visit, especially if you like animals.
I have no idea how many units this game sold, actually. I mean, they definitely put a lot of money into it, so they definitely expected sales. I don't know if it was sold well. It has a cool cover, so I guess it would attract people. Okay, that is Fornex done. Now we're gonna go to Wu.
Try Cyclops. Rotten.
Oh no, his Cyclops spoiled. I guess humans keep better.
On Wu, you may learn much about virtue. The bears will make elixir. They will sing the song of flux.
Yeah, Lizard, that's Zendo. Star-Lord Zendo, who sends us on this quest. So Wu is kind of a nature planet, lots of funny creatures there. and I think we like creatures here, so I'm gonna talk to a bunch of them, even if it's not entirely necessary.
What strange being crosses my path? Ah, like the wolf and the bear, but hairless. You must be cold. In the path through the meadow, I am a gazelle, a kudu of Wu. Look, the meadow is thick with sweet grass and herbs.
That's a gazelle. A gazelle.
Many herbs are found on Wu. If one honors their virtues, he may harvest them. On the path through the meadow, Singjen grows. Singjen heats the blood and restores energy. If you wish to pick the red blade, you must say Singjen heat to honor its virtue.
Ironically, a gazelle is actually a kudu. That's what they call these. There's an interesting gimmick here on this planet. There's a bunch of herbs and plants, but you need a passphrase to pick them. You basically have to unlock them. Otherwise you can't pick them, and at least one of them even kills you if you don't have the passphrase. You have to honor their virtue, as they call it. So over here is this Singjen. Weird little red thing. We have to say Singjen heat. And that makes an unlocking sound, funnily enough, and then I can pick it. Also, so someone mentioned this earlier. I think we're getting to the point where I need to forget some words here. Yeah, my word inventory is also almost full, and this one does not add more pages. So we're gonna drop a few words. Some of them I still need, even the early ones. That should be enough space. We already used our courage. Yes, some kind of... He steps out again. I like this guy. Some kind of wolf.
Hey, buddy, how's it going? Geez, you look a little shaky. Just relax. Hey, you smell like a meat eater. Want a bone?
Want a bone?
I can always smell a brother carnivore. With all the vegetarians around, there wouldn't be a plant on Wu if we didn't do our duty. Don't get me wrong, I like 'em just fine. In fact, meat tastes a lot better if all it's been fed is sweet grass. I never pass up a kudu.
We don't actually need anything from this guy, but I like him.
My name's Hai. Ye na Hai if you want to get formal. You caught me on a lucky day. Yeah, I came across this big kudu with his horns stuck in a tree. I released him to the way of Wu. Had a big feast with him. You know how it goes. A kudu gets too big, it gets stuck. I let it go back to Wu so it could start over. I kind of look at it as my duty.
It's kind of a philosophy or religion here, I guess. This whole rebirth belief, I guess. The way of Wu. This guy here doesn't let me past. You see, I can't walk past him.
Hey, what's the matter with you? Can't you see I've got big horns? Get out of my path, you yo-yo! Go away! I'm Rombach, and this is my path! Move or I'll skewer you! I'll spell it out. M-Y-P-A-T-H. Get it?
I think he can probably aggro as well, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna go into this cave here. And then when I step out, I'm on the other side somehow, magically. I guess he just walked past, but he always walks past. The yo-yo thing is funny because you need the term yo-yo because someone invented a yo-yo and is asking you for a name for it on this planet.
You better think of something quick, meat.
I also don't need anything from this guy, but he's got a very funny face.
Lupo is about to sink his teeth into you.
Yeah, he can aggro if you're not careful. Not that it matters much, you can always just leave the screen and then he's de-aggroed again. Not very nice to just call me meat. The other guy, the wolf, had I think a more dignified approach to the whole eating animals thing.
Watch this! I'm gonna hit old Al Lee right on the back of his neck with this Pouchy berry. They're brown berries that grow all over the forest. I just say Pouchy, pow, and they come loose.
That's another code phrase. And yeah, he says he's throwing these at old Owlie. We can meet him. He's a bird, an owl, unsurprisingly. Oops, get that Pouchy. Now we're gonna meet another funny monkey. Where's my monkey? There you are.
Mooshru Chew! Mooshru Chew! Oh, rats! I'm too far away! Hey, alien, can you help me? Just go down to the ground and get some mooshru for me, okay? Just say, Mooshru Chew! Mooshru is the white balls that grow on the forest floor. I came to pick some, but Lupo is right there. Help me, okay? Lupo will eat anything. That's why I can't go get the mooshru. Maybe you can get rid of him. My mom would be really mad if I got eaten.
I guess his mom doesn't believe as much in the way of Wu. Here's the mooshru. Right, let's see, where am I on my shopping list? Next we're going into this scary spider cave. That's none of these situations where if you say the wrong thing, you'll just get killed. There's a big scary spider here.
Welcome to my parlor, alien. Tell me, are you strong or weak?
If you ever say you're strong, then she just kills you.
You have received the thing you seek.
On the other hand, if I'm weak, then I'm gonna get fat, I guess, until I'm strong.
I thought you were strong. Here, take some lychee berries. They fell in my parlor this morning. You'll feel strong the next time you come. I am Trantula, the weaver of Wu. Why are you wandering here? Who else could do it? No one on Wu makes thread but me.
That's a little bit of a hint, but I think other... So we get told a bunch of times that the golden fleece is from Wu and also made on Wu. We were gonna mention it to her.
You have received the thing you seek.
Master Tao gave it to me years ago to make robes for him. Here is a scrap. Before you take it, tell me, are you strong?
She's putting up another trap here. Never tell her you're strong.
Tao had me weave strands of golden fleece into silk robes so he could take his body on his astral flights.
Yeah, sounds like this golden fleece is pretty powerful. For Lex and Dollar, it let him rule the Argosian Empire. If I remember right, you do give the golden fleece to a bear so he can do his astral flight or whatever. But we aren't going to do that in our playthrough. Here's another little funny creature.
Hey, are you human? Yeah, I thought so. The bears called down and they said they want you to bring Light Chi up with you. I keep my ear to the ground. I hear what they're saying. Madilo.
He's my Dilo. Not just a Dilo, our Dilo. Here's a golden flower. I think if you try to pick it without the code word, it kills you. And funnily enough, this is the same item that we can just buy on Luxor for really cheap. And they say they just stamp it out of gold. And here it's this mysterious, possibly deadly flower. We're gonna meet our other poet now. Another funny creature.
Fly wings glisten on her long red tongue. She croaks, the night is full. Her skin is lovely, her warts like jewels. Ah, how I love to compose.
That's a pretty good poem again, I think.
I just say whatever comes to mind and call it a poem. Would you like to hear a poem? The air is thick with lotus scent. The alien stares at the pool. He crossed the void in search of lotus. Alas, he cannot swim.
Yeah, he says it. We need a lotus. I think we can go pick one, but there's an easier way here.
I am Tofu, humble poet of Lotus Lake. Shall I compose a poem for you?
Obviously, he would like to hear some poems.
You have received the thing you seek.
Ah, that is sublime. Please accept this lotus flower from me. Say, do you know the analects of confusion?
That's what we need from him, the lotus flower. And we also got a nice poem. And now we're going up to the mountain to the mystical bears. The mystics of Wu. Is this anything? Guess I never really looked at this. Yeah, that was a good one. A good poem about Luxor. The land being shaped by size. This is a dying kudu. I feel like it's a little bit heartbreaking, so we're Not gonna talk to her. Oh yeah, true, that is the poem. I'm actually curious, do I still have the Tecton poem now? Maybe you can look at it and read it again now. Okay, well, we heard it earlier. I think these waterfalls are also looking kinda nice. We're climbing up here to the crystal caves of the bears. Is it worth playing? Well, if you like adventure games, this is great. I had a great time playing this, but do expect to have it take like 30 to 40 hours if you don't use a walkthrough.
All right, you are here. Did you bring any lychee? It's a berry, a yellow one that grows in the treetops. Do you have any?
We've got lychee and we've got plenty of other stuff.
Great. Thank you. So what did you come here for? I am Master Lao. This is the Crystal Cave. Here, separate from the world of action, we enter into stillness. The great crystals focus the energy of Wu so that wisdom is revealed. The wise one honors the virtues of every being. If you can do this, you will gain the wisdom you need to succeed.
Yeah, they're very spiritual here. We know that Lixia comes from Wu. So we can ask him about Lixia. Thankfully this time I didn't forget about the word. On my last practice run I forgot to remember Lixia, but it's not too hard to get that again.
Ah, the potion of regeneration. I will make it for you, but you must learn the virtues of the ingredients and bring them to me. 5 elements are required. Mu Shu, Sing Gen, Pao Chi, and Lotus may be found on Wu. Bring these and I will reveal the 5th ingredient.
Yeah, luckily we completely randomly definitely picked those up.
It is good, alien. I add this element to my kettle. Is any more needed? All elements are not yet gathered.
Again, kind of like with the components earlier with the Prime assembler. You just got the Sing-Gen reference. I'm not sure I understand what it is about. Like singeing, like burning something. It is supposed to heat you up, I think. Oh, ginseng. Ah, that's good. Okay.
All elements are not yet gathered.
But yeah, like with the components for the Prime S, we have to drop in all the items separately.
All elements are not yet gathered. It is good, alien. I add this element to my kettle. Is any more needed? Excellent. Now, bring me gold molded in the shape of a flower.
Weirdly specific. Gold molded in the shape of a flower. Luckily they do sell that and it's cheap even.
You have received the thing you seek.
And we get Lixia, which is a full heal. Pretty powerful item, and we also need it for a quest.
The elements combine. The sum of being restores all beings. Use the elixir wisely. Bring another gold flower if you need more.
So now I just need 1 gold flower, and I can trade it for elixir.
You have received the thing you seek.
Alright, and that concludes our business on Wu for now. We're coming near the end game. We're gonna hop around a bit and then we're going to Ravana, the final planet. I mean, it has been 3 hours, so it's I'm glad we can come to an end sooner or later. It's another 20-30 minutes, I guess, but we are nearing the end here. So with the elixir we just got, we can help the little girl on Luxor.
God, please? Go to Argos, quick! Colonel give you crystal this long.
Wow, he's got a crystal and it's this long. I would sure like to have a big crystal. I don't know if we're gonna get the clips that explain that more. But we do learn about how another person on a quest from Zendo.
I think that'll be the best way. Alright, so now we gotta go into the room. This is all I'm going to call it. Alright. Oh.
It looks like we're back. Thankfully, I've got my eye on the stream. I think we didn't really lose much. Maybe it cut off a sentence or two of what I said, but it probably wasn't anything important. Yeah, we got censored for the long crystal for sure. Yeah, so we're going to Luxor because we can help the little girl with our elixir that we finally got. It's another one of these quests that span from the start of the game to almost the end. We're back, a crystal this long story. Yeah, it's also a long walk now. So we're all in the depths of this this tomb here still, and we have to walk all the way back to the start of the area basically. Alright, while I walk out, I feel like I exhausted all of my talking points. Do I know any quests that we didn't see or anything? Well, maybe let's do it the other way around. Chat, do you know any interesting CDI games that people should see or play? Like the well-known ones, obviously, are the Mario and Zeldas. And what comes after that? What are other great CDI games that people don't really know? Like one I want to look into is the other game by these devs. That's an Alice in Wonderland game with the same engine. And then I'm not really sure what else is left that's like a CDI exclusive that's really interesting. The CDI has so much like functional application stuff, like presentations with a bit of interactivity and so on, but I'm not sure it really has a ton of large games. Oh yeah, there's Pause. That's also on Mac, but Pause is very good. Personal automated wagging system. Anyway, we're gonna buy something here.
Step right up, Starman. Examine my wares. I'm certain I have what you... I can tell by your smell. It depends on where you're going.
Where's the thing again? So, I can swap
My friend, I got
gold
ropes.
flowers for
Things work like charm.
elixir now, so I'm gonna buy some more elixir
You sing like a canary.
with these gold flowers.
It's yours for 37 taras.
You have received the...
Oh yeah, the dinosaur game, that's also on PC. You can buy that on Steam. I forgot exactly what it's called, but I know it's on Steam.
Dempsey's out. It's amazing.
Oh, that's like an edutainment game, and it's pretty cool. It's like an FMV game about dinosaurs. There's an exclusive Lucky Luke game on CDI. Sadly, I can't play that. I'm gonna pull back the curtain here. I'm not playing this on a real CDI. I'm playing this on a Mr. FPGA, which is better than PC with CDI emulation, I think, but it doesn't do the additional MPEG cartridge. Like there's an extension and hardware extension for your CDI player if you want MPEG support, and the Lucky Luke game needs that. That's actually a platformer, the Lucky Luke game. Oh yeah, Wacky World of Miniature Golf, that's a classic that we definitely already had here on the Big Bad Game-a-thon as well. Here's the little girl finally. Quite a long walk here.
Never talk to strangers because there could be dangers. But if they are nice strangers, they'll get down on one knee. I'm Neb. Mommy's very sick. I sent for Sari, but she never came. If Mommy dies, I'll be all alone. Oh, if only I had some elixir.
If only she had some elixir.
Thank you. You saved my mother's life. How can I ever repay you? I know. You can have my pendant.
You have received the thing you seek.
When you're all by yourself in the dark, say, all worlds are void, the void is all worlds. Hear the voidal murmur.
So that's why we needed that?
This was my father's silver star. I want you to have it now.
And that completes the voidal murmurs, which we need to finish the game. So chat asked if there's a good way to emulate CDI stuff. I think there are multiple CDI emulators. None of them are perfect, I want to say. I always use MAME. MAME's doing a decent job. I played this game in MAME before, and it mostly worked fine. It did freeze every few hours, but well, you can save, so that's not too much of a problem. Yeah, that's a long spanning quest. We're gonna hop in Argos. Oh, hey, it's Bob again.
You know, when shots of Fleeton hit my ship, boom, 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 it completely altered my perspective.
Okay, thanks, Bob. Alright, so here's a very big thing to get. This is the guy that wants to save Earth.
Head of Star Force Special Forces.
And he has the important condensation crystal. If we give him the fleece, then he can save Earth, I guess? He can convince the leaders or something?
You have received the thing you seek.
Excellent! Now the destructive path may be altered. Here is the crystal you must use against the adversary of your quest. Go well, warrior!
Hooray! So that's the crystal that the evil Sarpedon wants to condense the void into. And we're gonna have one One quick step on Wu to grab some more elixirs just to be safe.
Fly to Ravana! Hurry!
Okay, thanks. I was on my way. Just a quick elixir from the Wu drive-in. Yeah, can I have a elixir shake and some fries?
You have received the thing you seek. The elements combine.
Okay, we got one more gold flower.
You have received
Might as well take it.
the thing you seek.
And finally, we're going to Ravana.
I will live forever. Your life is but a flash in the void. I am Sarpedon.
That's Sarpedon. We're gonna meet him in a few minutes. Oh, I've never seen that before. Animation's kinda glitched out. Weird. Well, I hope nothing bad happens, but we are almost at the end. So Ravana is interesting because it's kind of it's a strange maze that's not connected in a logical grid fashion. Like the rooms loop back around in strange ways. But you can have, like, the connections are fixed, they're just not, they don't make sense. So I've got some decent routes through here. I'll just grab a sword quick. There's a bunch of enemies here on Ravana. Let's see, left, down, left, up is where I wanna go. This guy has some kind of gun, so I'm gonna step away, and for the first time we're actually using our gun. And the gun has to be loaded. Exciting laser duel. Yeah, we've had some combat before. It's rare, but it happens. I guess we are both laser lords. Both of us had lasers. And Ravana is split into 4 layers, I guess, levels. And each one is protected by a boss, basically.
Fool! You will never live to see the Dark Lord! Tremble before Belial, the elite of Sarpedon, and guardian of his gates. The Master has instructed me to kill you, but first I must recite his code.
I like the "you're" here. To kill you.
This is the sacred code of Sarpedon. Poverty, violence, fear. These are the fruits of the void. Futility, humiliation, death. This is the fate of all beings.
But thanks. We don't actually need the code of Sarpedon. That's also something I only discovered recently. Well, it still sounds kind of funny, and it doesn't take a lot of time. Funnily enough, he can get across here. Right, and that's the terrifying Belial. Belial? I don't know how they pronounced it. Level 2. Here we're just going all the way to the right. There's some kind of funny eye creature. So I'm not sure, but I think maybe this is the people-eating creature we've seen in the cutscenes. Come on, game. I guess not. That one didn't really have extendo eyes. Oh yeah, one advantage that getting the Code of Sarpedon has, every piece you get heals you. I don't have to deal with healing. Although that's not really much effort, so not a big save. Step, step, step. Come on, game. Okay, there's the next boss.
You pig-licking pustule of condensed gas! Come at me if you dare! Salmundo, scribe of Sarpedon's code, the one who will deliver your head to him! His beauty is too great for your eyes, his wisdom too deep for your mind. You're not fit to lick his boots! This is the sentence of death! The grave belongs to Sarpedon. Absolute gravity is his throne. None shall escape this destiny. All shall be cast in the pit.
That didn't rhyme. I'm just gonna step out here so he de-aggroes and then I can shoot him from afar. Oh, where's my gun?
You are out of ammunition, warrior.
Damn, I already used the whole ammo pack. Okay, at this distance I think the sword's better. And that's level 2 done. Level 3 is kind of an elevator maze. Oh, first we're fighting the funny little eyeball. I'm not actually sure if I can talk to these. I guess I never really tried. But he would probably aggro if I get close. There's a funny little guy on the top. If I'm very lucky, he walks to the right and I can just walk past him. Otherwise I'll have to fight him. Not so lucky. Oh, he's killing me. Almost killed me. Phew. Gotta get some licks here.
Warrior, the elixir has brought you back to your full strength.
It wouldn't be too bad if he kills me. We've got 9 lives. So usually you can beam back in where you... Oh no, wait, actually when you die you come back at the starting position, which here I'm not sure if that's level 1 or the level you ended on, because if you beam out from Ravana, you can't beam back to the same spot. Instead, you get beamed back to the last level you were on, to the start of the last level. There's the next boss.
Who are you talking to, warrior?
If I get close enough.
It will be a pleasure burning out your eyes. Yes, a great joy. I am Demonda, the bride of Sarpedon. Yes, his servant and queen. We will be married once the void is condensed in his crystal. Yes, I will wear it on my ring. It was stolen from him. Yes, and you have stolen it. I will take it to him after you are dead. Yes, to fulfill the code.
She's got kind of a cool flame dress if I look at her portrait.
Yes, this is the code of Sarpedon. He shall hold the void in his hand, contained in one translucent stone. All worlds shall be his. Great is the name of Sarpedon.
Okay, now we're gonna get out of here before we get whipped. Oh. No, don't kneel. That's what she wants. It's gonna be a close one. Phew. Got her. I think I should heal. Let's see. Yeah, would be a good idea.
Warrior, the elixir has brought you back to your full strength.
Ooh. There he is, Thorax. That's my favorite character.
At last we meet face to face in the nightmare of Ravana! Attack and learn the meaning of futility!
Oh yeah, let's do that. Oh, I turned it down. So, he gains health by being attacked. So we can't defeat him. And we've been told that he can't be defeated this way.
At last we meet face to face in the nightmare of Ravana! Attack and learn the meaning of futility! You cannot hurt me! I've already died! Your strongest weapon will only make me stronger! I am Thorax, once commander of the Star Force, now a cryogenic, ridiculed everywhere, hated and feared by all! For 80 years I floated frozen in space before Sarpedon found me and restored me to life! I will have my revenge! He too disgusts me with his foul breath and vicious code, but I owe this life to him, and I'm a man who pays my debts! You want to know that? Then first recite to me the commercial code of Argos!
So if we want the full code of Sarpedon, we need the commercial codes here, but we don't actually need that, but still we're gonna get it. Also it heals us.
That is a mere addendum to this. Starve, stab, strangle, shoot, loot the cities, burn the fields, condense, compact, disrupt, destroy, strip the planets, void the void.
That's actually, that has a nice ring to it. I could sing that while marching, I guess. So, he mentions faces.
Hideous, isn't it? I was handsome once. The beautiful Lene loved me. But that was before I was betrayed.
We're giving him a new face, just a face. I'm not sure how that works, but it does.
At last, I can be a man again. I must find my beloved and make her mine.
I love how he changes his voice when you give him the face. Instead of being all shrill and desperate, he's suddenly kind of normal. That's Sarpedon. Ah.
Your end has come.
So he tries to zap me. I think he even hits me. Also, now there's music. Or maybe it's not actually music, since it ends again. But yeah, he tries to zap me. It does a bit of damage, I think. Or maybe I even managed to dodge. Again, this is a kind of maze, but here's this funny door that teleports to different places when you keep using it. And luckily enough, the first place should be the one I want to go to. Yeah, now it's just a short walk here. Here's one last enemy, some kind of two-headed guy. He's pretty strong, so I'd like to go around him. For that I have to aggro him, otherwise he doesn't follow me far enough. And now, come on, get over here, get over here. Ah, I guess it'll work. There we go. Jumped over him. And here's another guy that looks just like me, except this guy is me.
You don't get it, do you, dude? It's over. Finished. Kaput. Don't you understand what's happened? You're finished, man. Through, okay? You came all this way for nothing. You're dead, get it? Dead. You died when Sarpedon blasted you, Kay. You never had a chance anyway. Zindo tricked you, man. It's over. Thought you were gonna be some kind of a hero, huh? Maybe even save the Void? Well, where's Zindo now, dude? The Star-Lord used you. Star-Lords don't care about mortals. They just like to see how far a guy can get. Don't take it too hard. You did pretty well.
He makes it sound like this is some kind of Star-Lord horse racing. They're betting on us.
Hey, you made it all the way to me. That's better than most did. Anyway, just kick back. Take it easy. We're gonna be here a long time. How long is eternity, dude? Look, as long as you cling to the thought of being alive, then this is as far as you go, okay? Give it up. Turn off. Lie down. Come on, haven't you ever looked in the mirror?
We definitely blew up a guy like this, but I guess it's not literally him. I think you can kill this guy, but the door still isn't open. So that's what we need the Voidal Murmurs for.
Well, you're smarter than I thought, dude. Go through the door. Sarpedon is waiting.
Thanks, dude. Turns out he was a nice guy after all. There's the terrifying Sarpedon again.
Why do you persecute me, human? Why do you take the part of a reptile? Haven't I proven myself merciful? Haven't you seen the cold detachment in his eyes? This Zindo, he is the enemy. Hasn't he led you on the path of suffering, humiliation, and fear? All this to undermine the unity of the void. Unity, harmony, peace, the end of suffering, of poverty and disease. This is my vision. Everything I have done, all the conquests, the construction of this huge machine has been done because I am by nature merciful. My friend, billions of beings no longer suffer because of me. To prove my mercy, I offer you the chance to redeem yourself. In order to atone for your infinite sins, you must bring me the crystal which activates the machine. You know what I'm speaking of. Give me the crystal, and I will allow you to return to your home. Refuse, and you will die.
So we can actually give him the crystal here, and it triggers the bad ending, and it has its own ending cutscene. But we are not doing that.
You worm! What makes you think you can contend with me?
Come on, game. There we go. He tries to zap me again, but it doesn't do much. And here's the final room of Laser Lords. That's the Voidal condensation engine.
You have penetrated my innermost sanctum, alien. What do you want? Wealth? Power? Give me the crystal, and you shall be the most powerful mortal in the void. Your enemies will faint at the sight of you. You know what I'm speaking of. Give it to me, and I will fulfill your highest desire. Refuse me, and you will die.
I'm not gonna say refuse, because I think then he aggroes. We're just gonna use the crystal instead of giving it to him.
Now, the void can continue its intricate dance of infinite variations. Wars will continue. Hunger and pain, cruelty and greed are constant. Yet, there is still the possibility of joy. All life owes itself to you, Great One. You should rule an empire and be honored with eternal epics. All should sing your praise. As it is, I must return you to your planet. No one will know your name or what you've done. I cannot even leave you a sword as a souvenir. And if you speak of your adventure, of the quest you've undertaken, of the wonders you've seen, your friends will think you insane. It is strange that the Void does not honor her greatest heroes. I offer my gratitude. I salute you, warrior. Perhaps we shall meet again.
Off he goes in his space car. We came closer to estimate than I thought. I thought we'd have more time, but I do want to quickly squeeze in a few fun clips before we leave off here. Let's see if this works.
Come on! Yeah! Give me some sugar! Yeah!
Oh yeah, while these are playing, thank you so much for watching, especially if you stuck out the whole runtime. This was a really long run. I'm glad people enjoyed it.
I'll tell you, I was whipping action one-on-one. If I hadn't dropped my hermetic helmet, I would have grabbed the sword of stab off of him.
I think this game is fantastic, and if you like adventure games, it's definitely worth a try. Here comes Bob Bob, the good Bob Bob quest line. I mean, it's not really a quest. You're in for a little surprise here.
Bob! Bob! All right. I'll show you how I really do look, since you're my friend.
Of course we're your friend, Bob Bob. We're in for a little surprise. I'm gonna upload all of these clips to YouTube in one big thing that I still have to make.
Ready? All right.
Okay, I think I've got one more Bob, and I think then we're gonna call it.
Righto.
Oh, righto. Yeah, and with those words, I leave you off to the rest of Big Bad Game-a-thon. Oh, righto. See ya next year. Back to the host.